all have the bhajan card in front of you? Yes. We'll sing that bhajan Jai Radha Madhava. Please sing enthusiastically, loudly, nicely, because when we do that, our consciousness becomes rightly situated to start these sessions. Right? Hare Krishna. So don't sing with me, sing after me. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Janarandana Yashodanandana Braja Janarandana Yamuna Tire Banachari Yamuna Tira Banachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Everyone. Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Jai Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan Radhe. Jai Radha Govind, Radha Govind Radhe. Jai Radha Gopinath, Radha Gopinath Radhe. Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jaya Krishna, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Shri Krishna. Jaya Jagannatha, Jagannatha, Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Jagannatha, Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra, Jagannatha Swami, Nayana Patagami, Nayana Patagami, Bhavo tume, Jagannatha Swami, Nayana Patagami, Nayana Patagami, Bhavo tume, Jagannatha Swami, Nayana Patagami, Nayana Patagami, Bhavo tume. Nitai Gorango, Nitai Gorango, Nitai Gorango, Gaurari. संकीर्तन यज्ञ की, हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की, श्री प्रभुपाद की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। हरि 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 बोल। Hare Krishna. So you have your cards. Everybody has a card. If you don't have, lift your hand. Yeah. Can somebody give the card? So, yeah. Yeah. Even in Bhagavad Gita, in the first introduction page, you have this Om Ajnana Timirandasya, right? So the same shloka I have also kept on the card. So you all can recite with me. If you recite with me, I know you can't, a little bit difficulty will be there, but by third or fourth session, you'll recite with me. That's the beauty of Sanskrit. Sanskrit should not be mugged up. Chemistry, physics can be mugged up, but Sanskrit should not be. Sanskrit should be sung. When you sing, your organs will start singing. That's the beauty of Sanskrit. Right? It's a universal language. Let's all try. Om Ajnantimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshuro Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Tadari Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapadakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhobhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Now we'll chant the prayers taking permission from the great Acharyas and Swayam Krishna to discuss this knowledge, right? What we're going to discuss. So please chant these mantras loudly. They're all there with you. The more louder you shout, the more your consciousness will become cleansed, right? It's a science in itself. I'll explain how later. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhirayet Nashta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपः कुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रये नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्या नामिने गौरत्विषे नमः। नमो ब्राह्मण्याय देवाय गौ ब्राह्मणाहिताय च जगद्दिताय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामीनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मुकुं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपः तमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरो दीनतारिणं श्रीपरमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम्। ओम पवित्रो पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थं गतोऽपि वा यत्स्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्षः सह भ्याभ्यान्तरं शुचिः। श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु। Hare Krishna. Thank you all for tolerating me last week and coming again. You are very brave people. Hare Krishna. So, last week we discussed about problems, right? We discussed a lot of problems last week. Nobody wanted problems, but we discussed a lot of problems. Oh, provide. We discussed about problems last week. What were the problems? Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi. Birth, death, old age, disease. These are the four main problems. Right? Software salaries are less, more, recession. They're not problems. They are problems, but they're not main problems. Why they're not main problems? They don't qualify the three criteria. What are the three criteria? It has to be everyone's problem. No one wants it, and no one can avoid it. Okay? If you're not in software, you can avoid it, right? So the point is, it has to be everyone's problem, and no one wants it, no one can avoid it. And three other problems. The Trishul of Durga Devi has three miseries in that. Adhyatmika, Adibhautika, Adidaivika. Adhyatmika, problems caused by our own, mind. Adibhautika, by other people or other living entities, including mosquitoes, right? And Adidaivika means what? Material nature. Too much hot, too much, cold, tornado or tsunami, I don't know what not. Right? They're not in our hands. So these all problems together are there in this universe. But there are two kinds of living entities: human beings and others. Others include animals, birds, trees, aquatics, whatever. Right? This among these two things, human beings are supposed to understand that these problems exist. Other beings, they don't really mind. They just are busy with four activities. What are those four activities we discussed? Ahara, Nidra, Bhaya, Maitunamcha. Ahara, eating, sleeping, defending, maintaining your house, and mating, having children, sex life. These four things, even animals are doing. And last week we discussed on length. If somebody has not come last week, you can go and hear the lecture. Recording is there, where we discussed that animals are better than us in all these four activities. Human beings are still worse. We can't even do those four activities properly. When to sleep also we don't know. How much to eat also we don't know. Right? Sex life also we don't properly practice. And what is the other one? Defending. We struggle so much to defend our family. So many home loans, personal loans. Animals and dogs don't have any loans. Right? So the point is, human beings have to do something more than these four activities to prove that they are human. Otherwise, a director in Microsoft also is equal to a dog. If he is not doing that one extra activity, which a human being is supposed to do. You understand? It's a very heavy statement. Huh? Prabhuji, I'm MBA, MCA. So kya hua? You are not different from a kutta. Unless you do something that kutta doesn't do. Dog थोड़ा कम वजन लगता है, कुत्ता बोलने से वजन अच्छा लगता है. Local language. I like to preach in Hindi or Telugu actually. English में बहुत अच्छा लगता है. क्या करें? There's multi audience here. So the point is, we should know what human beings can do, what animals cannot do. Then only we are human beings. Otherwise, no matter what you do, you might be sophisticatedly eating, you might be staying in a sophisticated flat, you might be, having a great partner, Miss Universe, Miss World, whatever, right? But ultimately, what your activities are not different from an animal. This nobody has taught in our first grade, second grade, third grade, intermediate degree, post graduation. कोई नहीं सिखाया. क्या बना है हमको? Sophisticated two-legged animals. That's what. Those are the people who live in Gachibowli. Sophisticated two-legged animals, because they don't have time to understand what is going on around me. Is there a God? Does he exist? Why are bad things happening to good people? What is karma? Why are people dying? Who made me take birth like this? How many of you have decided to take birth where you have taken birth? How many of you decided the hairstyle that you will have? Huh? Somebody got curly hair, now he is making it straight. Somebody got straight hair, he is making it curly. You are not satisfied with your hair. Is that not true? It's clearly. So who decided that hairstyle? I should have been given some checklist. Na? I want this hair, this height, this color. Press button and I'll take birth. ऐसा हुआ क्या? Did anybody take birth like this here? No. Did you choose your parents? No. You just appeared here. है कि नहीं? So how is this happening? Is that not an important question to ask? Is that not an important question to ask? How did you appear here? And where are you, by the way? Where are you? Sir, Google location. Okay, where are you? Gauli Doddi. Where is Gauli Doddi? Hyderabad, Rangareddy district, Telangana, India, Bharat, Asia, Bhugola. Uske baad kya? You don't know your address. You actually don't know your address. You are just saying that this is what I know. Right? Human being is supposed to know more than this. So since we discussed all the problems in life, since we discussed all the miseries in life, now we want to know who created this problem, isn't it? Does he exist or no? Or I say हम लोग बोल रहे हैं भगवान है नहीं है, God is there or no? Are we just assuming that God is there or no? Today's session is going to be a little ground shaking. Is that okay? हाँ? कोई मेरे को मारना नहीं बीच में. Last में मारो. पूरा खत्म होने के बाद. Okay. You're all ready? हाँ? ठीक है. Because what I want to do today, my target is, I want to bring the atheist out of you outside. तिलक लगा के बैठ तो गए, लेकिन अंदर एक atheist बैठा है. There is atheist sitting inside. I want to bring that fellow out. Because you're hiding him. डर के मारे, some reason you're hiding that atheist fellow. And what is my target after doing that? I'll bring the atheist out, then make him a proper theist with proper basis and knowledge. Right? We need to have proper foundation. Now, when you came into this building, what did you like in this building? Did you like the building when you're coming inside? देखने को अच्छा है बाहर से? थोड़ा तो अच्छा है ना? मैंने यहाँ पे खरीदा है, बोलो ना अच्छा है। ठीक है। क्या अच्छा लगा? तो एक बात बोलो, हाथ उठाओ। Something, yes. हाँ, name कृषि। कृषि मतलब क्या? काम करना। Right? कष्ट करो, कस्टमर के लिए कष्ट करो और मरो। Anyway, तो कृषि और क्या अच्छा लगा बिल्डिंग में? Somebody?
Parking area.
Parking area is good.
Everything
you can park your cars and like very good. Hare Krishna. Without banging anybody, you could park. Yes. Huh? Security is very good. Hare Krishna. Security is very good because they allowed you inside or they stop you. Because they're supposed to be good if they stop you. Anyway. Yes. Anybody else? Garden is very good. Yes. Facilities is very good. Huh? We have a place where you can learn Bhagavad Gita here. Hare Krishna. Yes. See, the amazing part is this is our education. The problem is with our education is we only look at externals. Nobody here told the foundation is very good. Nobody told. But if the foundation of the building is bad, what is the use of having this flat? Just think about it. You are going to buy a flat. What do you see? How many floors? What is the square feet rate? How big is the balcony? My dream kitchen, is it there or no? These are the things you see, right? But nobody talks about foundation. Because you assume, builder might have taken care. But just think about it. If builder has not built the foundation properly, he is supposed to spend 6 months in building the foundation, he made in 6 weeks. Curing ठीक तरह से नहीं हुआ. If somebody knows construction here, curing is a very important thing, which is what assimilates, brings the whole concrete together. If that is not done properly, 30, 35, 40. Okay, our SARS building, 59 floors. Foundation is not good. What will happen? One great wind or one earthquake or Sida down. It'll bend. Huh? Prabhujis and Matajis, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. If your foundation in spirituality is not good, your God consciousness is also like that only. Any small calamity in life, you will leave. You will leave God. Or you will change God. That's another passion today. Change God. One fellow, he was going on bike, real incident. One friend of mine is there, Lakshmikant Prabhu. Good devotee. His cousin brother, he was going on a bike. Ekdam se skid ho gaya bike. Right? He was literally skidding on the road. It went to bang his head. There was a lorry in front of it. And there it was written, Jesus saves. What is it written? Jesus saved me. He became Christian. What does it mean? Your faith is like that. Your faith is like that. You're in a hospital. You're going through a tough time. Somebody will come and tell, do this thing and you'll get saved. You did that thing, you got saved. And you could get converted. Because you don't know what is going on. You don't know what's going on. Somebody else didn't do that. He also got saved. What about him? That I don't want to know. It happened with me, so that is happening with everybody. I'm not against any religion or path. I'm saying your foundation is not right. How many agree with this? Foundation is not here. Everything is superficial. If things are happening good with me, this Amma. If bad with me, this Baba. Right? दोनों अच्छा नहीं ढाबा है कि नहीं कुछ भी चल रहा है foundation is not good. Once in one village they organized satsang like this and they called the entire village. They said, we have to make these people God conscious, right? And they called a sadhu. It's very difficult to get him, and it's very difficult to get crowd also. Very difficult to get people who will sit down and listen. Isn't it difficult? If people are organizing, you'll know. You know how difficult it is to convince people, come and learn about God, come and learn about Bhagavad Gita. Right? So they did all that effort, 1 week, 2 weeks of effort, they got all the people, they brought this sadhu, and said, now sadhu is going to tell everything to the village people, everybody will become God conscious. So the sadhu sat down, he's a little notorious sadhu. He sat down, he asked, how many people believe in God here? They all looked at Sadhu and said, if you tell no, it will not look nice. They all looked at, yes, we believe in God. Right? Sadhu told, okay, they have called me to talk about God. You already know about God. So why should I talk? He left. Organizer like, hey, what is this? We brought you to talk about God. You can talk about God, na? Then they went to all the audience. They said, hey, this time if you ask any question like that, if he says, do you believe in God? Tell no, we don't believe in God. At least that fellow will speak then. So again the sadhu came. They brought the sadhu, sir, now you can talk. They said, same question. How many here believe in God? Everybody sat like this. Then sadhu told, they brought me to talk about God. Nobody here believes about God. What is the point talking about God? He left. Then they told, this sadhu, we have to make him talk. He is doing really tantrums. So they went to the audience. They said, okay, 50% is there, 50% is there better. Okay? So when he asked any such question, what will you tell? You believe in God. What will you tell? You don't believe in God. Abhi sadhu phasega. Right? Sadhu came and sat again. Now let us see what he'll do. She asked, how many people believe in God? We believe in God. How many people don't believe in God? These people lifted. So they brought me here. They want me to talk about God. You believe in God. You don't believe in God. You talk to them. Okay. So, actually, do we believe in God? Actually, do we really believe in God? Or are we just believing about some energy or some fear, some unknown? We are praying because we are not sure. One of my friends, old friends, in my CA days, he was a pakka atheist. Pakka atheist. I was also a pakka atheist. Nahi, I don't want to believe in religion. I want to believe in God. Why I became like this, my wife will tell someday. She brought me into this. But anyway, so after many years, he bought a house. That fellow bought a house. So by then I became little God conscious. That fellow was this pakka atheist. So I went to his house. He said, I'm doing Gro Pravesh. Why are you doing Gro Pravesh? You don't believe in God, right? Gro Pravesh means you bring God inside, you do all that yajna, you do, Vastu Puja, all that. Why are you doing all that if you don't believe in God? So he told, अरे simple है रे, अगर भगवान है खुश हो जाएगा, अगर है खुश हो जाएगा, नहीं है तो चलेगा. कितना है? 3,000 रुपए, 3,000 रुपए, 20 नारियल्स, एक रूम के लिए एक, ब्राह्मण के लिए 1,000 रुपए, कुमकुम पसपू या ला दो, फोड़ दो, हो गया. अगर भगवान है खुश हो जाएगा. Many people today are doing rituals like that only. If there is a God, let him be happy. Why to take chances? है कि नहीं? घर में पिक्चर रहेगा ना, 4 पिक्चर, यहाँ पे एक पिक्चर, ये डाबा, ये अम्मा, ये वो, कुछ भी लगा दिया, जहां भी गए लेकर आके लगा दिया. उसके बाद क्या, अगरबत्ती घुमाना चालू, जिक 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 जिक, ओ नो जगदीश जय जगदीश, भूल गया उसका, फिर जगदीश जगदीश. वो नहीं किया तो कुछ होगा प्रॉब्लम, है कि नहीं? हाउ मेनी फेल्ट लाइक दैट व्हाइल डूइंग द अगरबत्ती? एक मिस हो गया, वो मिस होने को फिर से वापस जाके उसको, अभी कुछ है ना, तो कुछ है ना, नेक्स्ट नेक्स्ट दीपक 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 दीपक, नेक्स्ट वस्त्र, नेक्स्ट व्हाटएवर, people are doing like that. They don't know how we. I'll tell you a simple way to decide whether you believe in God or not. Is God everywhere? Yeah, this we are taught, no? God is everywhere. Okay. If you're all sitting here, let's talk about a respectable personality. Say Rahul Gandhi, Narendra Modi comes here. Narendra Modi comes here, right? If he's sitting in between all of you, how will your behavior be? Just imagine, this Prabhu is Shashank Prabhu. He's actually Narendra Modi. Look from behind. Okay? How will your behavior be? Just think about it. You all will be like attentive because somebody important is sitting. Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of India, most popular person in the world, is coming and sitting here. Behavior ठीक रहेगा नहीं रहेगा? The moment you come inside, sir, excuse sir, आगे बैठ गए. You're adjusting your behavior, right, according to the personality sitting here. We can even talk about a sports personality, like say Virat Kohli is here. Suddenly Virat Kohli has come inside. Okay, you have some respect for him. He won so many matches for us. He's a famous personality. I would want my behavior to be in such a way that he likes it. Is that true? Now you tell me, if God is everywhere, are we behaving the way we are supposed to behave? From morning till night, are we speaking the language that we are supposed to speak? The filthy words sometimes that come out of our mouth, is that really needed? Or would you do that if you really believe God is there? No. Actually, we don't believe that God is there. कभी कभी लगता है मंदिर में है शायद. तुम मंदिर में ही रहो, मैं मंदिर आऊंगा, बाहर मत आओ. Because मेरे को दो जिंदगी जीना है. I want to have dual life, one with you, one without you. Again, with you also, like, on my terms, right? What have we been taught when we go to a temple? सबसे पहले क्या करने का? चप्पल निकालेगा. हाँ? उसके बाद wash legs. उसके बाद घंटा. That's most important. Right? घंटा. I used to search where is the घंटा. Right? पहले जाके फैड बोल के माने. मैं आ गया. I've come. God will say, अरे अब तो आया अंदर. Right? Then what? Then उसके बाद क्या? नमस्कार. Okay. अगर तू है नमस्कार. और कोई ब्राह्मण बाहर आएगा तो आके बोल क्या बोलेगा? तुम्हारा गोत्र क्या है? Then you will tell your gotra. If some of you remember your gotra, I'm very grateful if you remember your gotra, because that is the lineage in which you have come. But gotra, right? The person who doesn't know his gotra is equal to mutra. Anyway, so gotra, you will tell your gotra, then he'll go inside, he'll do some, he'll bring it outside, then he'll take that. Ho gaya. What just happened here? And you ask people, why did you go to temple? What is the most popular answer he'll give? The vibrations are very good. So vibrator ले लेना घर में. Keep some or sit on a motorcycle, make it 100 full on करके vibration हो गया ना. Temple जाने के vibrator है क्या temple? और क्या बोलते हैं लोग? Soothing atmosphere. So go and sleep in a spa, na? Why you have to go to temple? You don't know why you are going to temple. Actually, we don't know why you are going to temple. Because in temple also, most essential activity they are not doing. Which is what? This is what they are not doing. They should teach Bhagavad Gita. They should teach Bhagavatam. They should teach Ramayana. Ramayana story, what is that doing? There is a lot to teach. Ramanand Sagar only covered 1% of Ramayana. 1% of Ramayana. B.R. Chopra covered 0.5% of Mahabharata. Right? Value lessons we don't know how to apply. He did that, he did this, I don't know how to apply in my life. That was the story. Or another word what we gave? Mythology. These Britishers left a word called mythology. It's myth only, but you have to learn because it has some values. Many people, I have one person in my office, he wears Ayyappa dress, he wears everything, and he tells Ramayana actually did not happen. What story is? Did Ayyappa happen? That also maybe. This is the situation today. Does God exist? Is he really there? Or we are just believing? This you have to answer to yourself. If you're not sincere in asking that question to yourself, nobody can help you. You can remain an atheist who looks like a theist for the rest of your life. Nobody can help you. Right? Our foundation has to be strong. How many here have visited America anytime? Okay, some of you have. Don't have to. Just asking, there is a reason. So, there is a state called California. Anybody visited California? पूरा तेलुगु वालों का राज्य है. लोग जाते हैं वहाँ पे. There is something called redwood trees. How many have heard something called redwood trees in the past? Okay, simple. Redwood trees are tall trees, as tall as that big building there. Maybe 30-story building high there. Very tall trees, right? And very thick also. If you carve, even a truck can go in between. Very thick, very tall. 4,000 years old, 3,000 years old. Those are the kind of trees. Standing straight, very close to each other. Barely, 6 feet away, one tall tree will be there, another 6 feet, another tall tree will be there. And so many earthquakes and calamities would have come on the planet for last 1,000, 2,000 years. But these trees are not fallen. They have stood straight. Matlab, kuch to strong hona chahiye na? But you know the amazing part? When scientists saw the roots are hardly 10, 20 feet. Right? They are 200 feet tall. The roots are barely from here till that Mataji. That's all is the root. How is it possible that such a long tree is standing with such short roots firm in between all these calamities? How is it possible? Does anyone know? Can anyone guess? They are intertwined. Right? This tree's roots are holding other trees' roots, other trees' roots are holding other trees' roots. Underneath, all that connection is happening. Right? And that connection forms the foundation. So right now you all have come to these classes, Bhagavad Gita class. I am questioning your faith, right? Your faith I'm questioning, but your faith is so fragile, it can fall. But if you are surrounded by people who are faithful, then you become strong. Right? It's very important to have a good association. Spirituality cannot be practiced alone. It needs association. For everything, you need association. You want to become a good tennis champion, right? You have to go and live in a locality where children are being taught tennis. You have to be surrounded by children who are being taught tennis. Then you will automatically become a tennis champion, right? But if you want to learn tennis, but you are living beside kabaddi people, what do you become? You don't know. You don't have the right company, right? You don't have the right guidance. The same way spirituality needs association, and association creates foundation. And here we are going to discuss a lot of things. So today what I'll do, so here is a God, does God exist session. So I'm going to, how many of you are there in the WhatsApp group called 2025 Gita Study? All of you are there? How many of you are not there? Lift your hand. You're all not there? Okay. So I request Sri Prabhu and couple of Prabhus, they will come to you. Please get added, because what I'm going to do here is I'm going to send you some slides for you to see when I speak. If you don't have the slide, if you're not there in the group, you can't see it, right? So can you once again lift your hand who is not there in that group? 2025 Gita Study group. Yeah. So Prabhu, two of you can go. If you're admin, you can make him admin. Yeah, sure. Yeah, they'll come. Please lift your hand and make sure that you become part of the group. Okay? Because this is the way we. Actually, last week, Baburam Prabhu was sending. Where is Baburam Prabhu? He's the one who was sending you the questions, the quiz questions, right? Whatever we are discussing now, he'll be sending questions during the week, so that two things will happen. One, you will get reminded what you were taught, right? And it's a good revision of what is going on. But provided you are there in that group, so please get added to that group. So now I'm going to send something about does God exist? Okay. Okay. So I've sent a set of questions. Right? Something like this. Something like this. You can later on see also it's there in your mobile. Right? Can somebody read the first question? Oh, there is a mic behind you. It's on the back. Yeah. Anybody can read the first question? Do you have this slide here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Please feel free. Yeah. Yes, Mataji.
Why so many rituals? What is the use? Just focus on God.
Your son will tell, or your brother will tell. Why all these rituals? Just focus on God, na? How many have heard this question? Hinduism has too many rituals, too many things. Just focus on God, na? Just see inside. What is their answer for that? If you really believe in God, you should have that answer. See? Foundation is not right. Again, we don't know why we are doing what we are doing. See, ritual is a template. In software language, it's a template. What is a template? Template is something in which you capture data. Right? You need to capture data, you need a good template so that everything is captured without any problem. If you don't have a template, what will happen? You will capture something, you will forget something. But if you have a template, you will capture everything. Is that right? So it is a time-proven template. In the same way, rituals that we use in our Sanatan Dharma are also templates. If you use the template, you will have some experience based on the template. Again, for example, when I do like this, do you feel that I'm respecting you? Without doing anything, just folding these hands, I'm looking at you. Automatically, you'll feel he's respecting me. Right? Then I'll do. Is he respecting? Lag raha hai kya respect? Prabhu ji, what is wrong with you? So there is a template, right? When you go to somebody's house, you take fruits, right? When you love somebody, somebody said, give a rose, right? But if you give pumpkin, it's a difference, right? I love you, pumpkin ले ले. नहीं होता है. Rose works better, है ना? Something else better. So these are all templates. Simple thing. In our life also we use so many templates. Same way, religion also has templates, which are time proven for long time, created by God Himself. That when you do these things, you'll experience something. You'll experience something. In order to have that experience, for example, you kneel down. Even Christians, they kneel down in front of, in the church, they kneel down. Why? When you kneel down, you become humble. In the same way, when we come in front of God, we kneel down. The same template is there. Somebody does like this, somebody does like this. But the point is, you are submitting in front of big authority. Understand the aspect. I'm not biased towards any religion or anything. I'm just saying there is a template. Ritual is a template. If somebody asks, why are you following ritual? It's a template, Baba. It makes me experience something. Right? It makes me experience something. Spirituality is a consciousness. Rituals are a template. Spirituality is a consciousness which makes you believe that you are not this body, you are the soul. That is spirituality. But suddenly you don't become spiritual. Following these templates will slowly take you to that consciousness. It's important that we follow on a regular way, like chanting of God's names. Right? We'll discuss today at the end. Last half an hour I'm only keeping for chanting. And we all will start that mantra meditation today. I'll give that experience to you. Very, very important that we understand the ritual, why we are doing what we are doing. When we do abhishek in a temple, right? We go there, they do abhishek, coconut, panchamrit, right? Panchamrit includes what? Curd, milk, ghee, honey, sugar, right? Water, so many things that are put on. And why do you do all these things? Because actually, when you drink that panchamrit, Ayurvedic per se, it cures a lot of diseases. Unbelievable disease it cures. There is a reason why and it is not thrown away. Unfortunately, what is happening today? That is not collected properly in temples. So that is the reason people say, why are you wasting your money on that? But actually, it is supposed to be collected. And that stone also is not any Aragara stone. That stone also has a power inside it. But problem is we think any stone is God. That is also a problem. Once one sannyasi, he was going in an airport. One person, it's a real incident. One person came and sat beside him, one foreigner. He told, you people, you worship stone. Like that he told. The sannyasi just replied back to him, do you really think I worship stone? He said, yeah, you people worship stone in your country. They said, if you worship, can you walk on it? He said, no, I can't. You will not walk on it if you worship it. So what is this floor in airport? Is it not stone? Huh? I just walked on the stone and I came and sat here. Did I worship everywhere? Like this? No. I came and sat here. I'm walking on the stone. Right now, you're also sitting on a stone. Are you worshipping the stone? I say, pakad ke? No. We are not stone worshippers. We are Vigraha worshippers. Archa Vigraha worshippers. An authorized stone which is installed, in which God is empoweredly called into it. And not any God or anything that you believe. There is a whole science behind it. They say, nahi Prabhuji, abhi bhi tum aise bol rahe. I'll ask a simple question. If you want to post a letter, where will you go and put that? In which dabba you will put? No, you create your own post box. Na? In your house, you make a dabba, sellotape laga, uske andar dal do. Jayega? Will it go? Why will it not go? Believe it will go, na? What is the problem? Try it. Today go, make a dabba, throw a letter into it. And after 20 days, call your friend. Letter मिला क्या? Like किधर भेजा तू? मैं डब्बे में डाला. कौन से डब्बे में डाला? मेरे डब्बे में डाला. नहीं जाएगा ना? Will it go? No. It has to be put in an authorized post box. Then it will work. In the same way, there is a whole authorization aspect of a temple. There is a whole authorization aspect of a vigraha. Then it will work. You can't just make anything by yourself and think that it will work. Our rituals have a science behind it, right? It's not like it doesn't have any logic behind it. There is a big topic behind it. Actually, I would recommend some of you can go to a channel called Praveen Mohan in YouTube. How many have heard this word, Praveen Mohan? Just try that. I like that fellow. He gives you researched facts about thousands of temples across the world. Thousands of temples. And you'll be amazed. But he is very tactful. Huh? He'll not talk about God consciousness. But he's actually making you God conscious indirectly. He will ask a simple logic. How is this like this? Why is this like this? You tell me answer. Right? In Tanjavur, there is a temple. The tallest temple built by Cholas. Right? The topmost stone is more than 80 tons. 80 tons, the stone that is kept on the topmost. And the temple is maybe 30-story building tall or something like that. And Cholas made it when? 1,000 years ago. Now, my simple fundamental question to you, how did they take that stone up? You tell me. Even now, you can't take that stone with these cranes. The cranes that you are seeing now, used by my home or Aparna, they can't pick up a stone bigger than certain thing. 1,000 years ago, how did they take that 80-ton stone up? You don't have an answer. There are rotating pillars in temples. How many have gone to Tamil Nadu? Huh? You go to Kanchi? Kanchi Kamakshi temple? You will be shocked. The pillars are made of stone. They are so high. Who kept those pillars there? No crane can keep. How did that happen? I don't believe. Tell the answer, na? You are talking about science, scientific. Tell me, how did it go? How many have gone to Kalahasti? Near Tirupati? One of the beautiful temple, my favorite temple. Beautiful temple. If you see the pillars of the temple and how many pillars they has, no human can make it. Even today, you want to try. Jao, lekar aao. एक पत्थर लेकर आए उसको गिरा दिया टैंक बंड में. One stone, they made that into Buddha, Lord Buddha, and they could not bring it in between, they put it in out. There, each pillar is as big as Buddha. Right? And there are thousands of pillars. And there is a foundation which is huge. How did that all happen? And that 2,000 years ago. There are so many things science can't answer even today. When you don't have an answer, what will you tell? We will figure it out. That's the famous answer of science. We'll figure it out. Will you agree with, will you figure it out answer for everything? Huh? You'll not. But in science, you'll agree that. We'll figure it out. Right? So rituals are there for a purpose. When your child asks why you have to follow a ritual, beta, everything is a ritual in life. There are many rituals in life. Telling good morning is a ritual also. Religion also has rituals. It makes you experience spirituality. Right? What is the second question? Can somebody read? Pass on the mic. Yeah, quickly. We don't have time. Missing time. Who wants to read the second question?
Do people who are afraid to go to the temple?
Huh?
Do people who are afraid to go to the temple?
Only people who are afraid to go to the temple. Is that true? Something bad is happening in my life. I'll go to temple and figure it out. No, people are happy also go to the temple. Children ask this, Papa, why are you taking me to temple? Then you tell, no, you should go. Don't tell like that. Something bad will happen if you don't go. Yesterday was Vaikunta Ekadashi. If you don't go, something bad will happen. If you go, something good will happen. ये bad and good का धंधा कर रहा है क्या भगवान? Sitting inside. If you don't come to me, bad. If you come to me, good. Right? No, not like that. Once I was standing, I was living in California for some time. So my wife went into the Indian supermarket and I was standing outside. Some office call came, I was standing outside. It took some time for her to come outside. I was standing outside and one fellow came, one Christian evangelist or some preacher, he came. My tilak went away by that time. He didn't know that I'm a devotee or whatever. I was just standing in my blazer, tie pura laga ke baar hai. He came to me. Sir, here is a pamphlet. So what is that pamphlet? I said, if you believe in Jesus, you will go to heaven. Like that. I said, I anyway am going to heaven. Why Jesus has to take me? Like that. He didn't understand. And I was not also planning to talk to anybody like that. But he came. He didn't know that I also have some knowledge, little knowledge in Vedas. He didn't have a clue. He was trying to find a scapegoat. That's what people find, right? See, Jesus has given his blood for all of us. I say, I don't want anybody's blood. Why do you want anybody's blood? Huh? Why you want blood of anybody? If he's giving blood, why do you want anybody's blood? Huh? Then he said, he was trying to convince me that Jesus is the only way. I said, there are many ways. Many ways. I also have a way, you also have a way, he also has a way. Then he was like, what else should I tell? Then I asked him, if I don't believe in Jesus, where will I go? Then he was a little shocked, because now we can't tell the truth, no? Because what does it say? If you don't believe in Jesus, where will you go? You will burn in hell. That is the dialogue, standard dialogue. Right? How can you tell me in front of a supermarket? Right? He's like, no, if you believe, you'll go to a good destination. I said, then why are you telling me? I'm anyway going to a good destination. Then he said, okay, give my pamphlet back, I'll go to someone else. Then I said, मेरे भाई बाहर नहीं है, तू ठहर यहाँ पे. मेरे को भी टाइम पास करना है बेटा, तू मिल गया, जी बैठ ठहर यहाँ पे. I gave him left and right. What do you think you are saying? Huh? My grandma doesn't believe in Jesus. She has not seen Jesus, but she's a very good lady. She has served her husband. She has served God. She has served her family. Will she go to hell? I asked him, will she go to hell? Tell me, my grandma will go to hell? Nonsense it is. Nonsense. They make you believe. Unfortunately, some people believe because they don't know. They don't have proper foundation. Because they're afraid of something. You're afraid of something, you're convinced, and you become convinced. Right? There should be logic behind something, right? Huh? Only some people will go to God. What about the rest? Some people took birth in a certain religion. Did everybody take birth with a stamp on you? That I am Hindu, I am Muslim, is there a stamp? Dekho ek baar, body pe. Achhe tarah se dekho. There is no stamp. Right? We all have taken birth. So, but there has to be a basis. But people don't know these answers. When they don't know these answers, what will happen? You'll become vulnerable. You'll become vulnerable for anything. Third question, koi padho? Quickly. Is it cowardly?
Go to God. For anyone to go to God when they are worried.
So people say that, only when you are worried, you'll go to God. Like that. Is it cowardly? No, it's not cowardly. When you need some help, you go. Question number 4. Anybody? Please use the mic. If you lift the hand, mic will come. If you have mic.
Are there two gods one who created us and one whom we created?
ये क्वेश्चन बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन है कि नहीं? Are there two gods? One who created us and whom we created. Right? Now I'll just take a 1 minute bio break. I had too much water in the morning. I'll just go and come. In the meantime, tell me a God that we created and the God that created us. Name. ठीक है? अभी आया वापस में. Yes, in 5 minutes somebody created God. Huh? Anybody wants to try? Okay, tell me the God who created us. If he has a name, if you have a name, can you please tell? Yeah, please. No, who created us? God who created us.
Brahma.
Huh? Brahma. He's the creator. He's there in the scriptures. Scripture is very important. No? There has to be some proof. He should be there in the scripture. He should be mentioned. God himself has to tell his name. You have something to tell? You are lifting your hand. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Krishna, Rama, Narasimha. बोल सकते ना? हाँ. और क्या? So these are all gods who created us. Right? There is a will. Who is God? Why we have to believe that? Next session, don't miss. Scripture के ऊपर मैं फाड़ने वाला हूँ पूरा. You know, if you don't believe in a scripture, you should throw the scripture outside. But why should I believe in scripture? Next week we'll challenge and understand. With proof, I'll make you understand. Okay? But there are also gods that we created. One fellow in Bollywood, he made a movie in 1980s. Right? He made that movie, and in that movie, one lady, she's being tortured by her mother-in-law, and she calls for some mata. That mata appears and becomes her data, and then she gets all the benefits. Her husband is arrested. She again worships that lady, and that mata comes, and her husband is released from the jail. What a mata, no? All very practical help. Isn't it? So all this happened, and after that, the movie became a super hit. Super duper hit it became. Then problem is, one fellow somewhere in Koti created a temple of that mata. And the director was like, hey, wait a second. A story tha. It was not there. Right? There is no reference of this in any scripture. How can you make the temple? Immediately the producer said, shh, band kar. You made the movie, ho gaya. Ab unko jo karna hai, karne do. Do you know about that mata? संतोषी माँ सुना है ना? कोई आधार नहीं इसका. So कोई आधार नहीं है. I don't want to list down now. There are 20 lists like that. There are so many gods whom we created. They don't exist. In entire Mukkoti Devatas, there is no name called Santoshi Ma. Mukkoti Devatas. Entire Vedas, you can go scratch, search, ask anybody. There is no. And we don't have a reference. What will you tell? Actually, she is sister of Ganesh ji, na? Kaun bana hai? Ganesh ji is a reference. He is there in scripture. इसको कहीं जोड़ना है ना, इलीगल को लीगल करना, क्या करना, इलीगल के साथ मैरी कर देना, या सम कनेक्शन डाल देना. समझ रहे हैं ना? This is what happens. How will you know all these things? See, you will tell, no, but she is Ma only, right? She is mixture of Parvati, Durga, and Lakshmi also, right? Now what are you doing? Now you are concocting more on top of that. You want to worship Durga ji, worship Durga ji. You want to worship Parvati Ma, worship Parvati Ma. You want to worship Lakshmi Devi, worship Lakshmi Devi. Why are you creating another? Why are you trying to create your own concocted philosophy? What will you get out of it? Nothing will come out of it. If I tell Radhika Mataji, right? She nodded her head. Right? If I tell Valika Mataji, she who is Valika? Hey, Valika koi? Koi nahi hai Valika. है कि नहीं? वालिका माताजी, वालिका है कोई? This is what happens when you say Santoshima. Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. Because somebody has to reciprocate to that prayer, na? There is no devata there. What will happen? What will come out? Nothing will come out. Then you tell, no Prabhuji, since I am worshipping, I am also getting results. Okay, if you are getting results, she is not worshipping, how is she getting results? Simple logic I'm asking. You are worshipping somebody, she is worshipping somebody, he is worshipping somebody. Three of you are worshipping three different people. And three of you feel because of the person you are worshipping only you are getting things. Contradiction hai nahi yahan pe. Something is wrong, na? Something is wrong. Meaning, there is somebody giving things to you irrespective of whom you are worshipping. Is that not true? Put a scientific answer to it. Huh? You are worshipping A, you are worshipping B, you are worshipping C. All of you are getting your results. Who is giving the result? A or B or C? नहीं प्रभु जी, A भी दे रहा है, B भी दे रहा है, C भी दे रहा है. It's called secularism. Nonsense. कुछ भी. Either I believe in something or I don't have any basis of belief. I'm just saying it, that's all. नहीं प्रभु जी, sensitive topic है, इस पे मत जाओ. मेरा foundation है प्रभु जी, आज मत हिलाओ. I believe in somebody, don't touch. If there is Santoshi worshipper here, forgive me. No? बहुत लोग हैं, मेरे फैमिली में ही है, संतोषी होते हैं, व्रत रखते हैं एक दिन. But there is no basis. All I'm saying is, I'm not against devotion. I'm saying apply some intelligence to the devotion, so you get proper results also. Don't create new things which don't exist. Already we have such a big list of things that don't exist. Already the whole country is suffering because of faith that don't exist only. एक काला बुक एक लाल बुक फेंक दिया, उसके ऊपर झगड़ा हो रहा है कि नहीं? जरूरत नहीं है. We should believe something that is coming from authentic sources. ठीक है? So when questions like this are asked by our children, did God create us or we created God? We should have proper answer. For that we need a foundation. Today's class is all about foundation. I've still not started the class. I'm only scratching the surface around it. What is the next question? जो माइक किसके पास है? Yeah, pass the mic quickly. ले लो ना प्रभु. When there is a technology, let's use the technology. On करो.
We have been led to believe that Shirdi Sai Baba exists as a god. But there are a lot of people who say that he was created by man, another religion, and put on our heads. Is that true? Can you verify?
Second class में आप आधा class complete कर दोगे. Okay. Now I leave it to the audience. I wanted to cover such topics in 10th session. You want me to answer or should I go to the 10th session? बाद में? Answer? Okay. वो अभी वही हो गया विलेज में कितने लोग बिलीव करते हैं नहीं करते हैं हाथ उठाओ. Let me take a poll. Okay, how many people want me to answer this question? Lift your hand.
Give a short answer.
अभी इसमें भी restriction. ठीक है. How many people don't want me to answer this question right now? Okay. So should we go with majority or minority? पूरा देश जल रहा minority के. Okay, I'll answer this question in a short way. Later, who is God will answer better. Right, 10th session. Till that time, your consciousness also will come to a point. See, this session is not to disturb your faith. This session is to make you understand what can go wrong with our faith. I used to live in a place called Dilshuk Nagar. I'm telling my own story. किसी और का क्यों बोलूं? There is a place called Chaitanyapuri. How many know this place? Dilshuk Nagar, Chaitanyapuri. I used to live there in 91 when I was in my intermediate. My school was in KV Uppal, Kendriya Vidyalaya Uppal. I used to study there. Any Kendriya Vidyalaya students here? Good. KV candidates. Okay, anyway. So that time my mother, there was one small temple. There was a small temple of Sai Baba near Dilshuk Nagar. Very small actually. Not even half size of this stage. Okay? So my mother used to go to the supermarket in Dilshuk Nagar, used to get her grocery. On the way this temple used to come. My mother goes to all temples. And I go to no temple. But she'll take me to all temples. So I used to go. So I used to go inside, ye Baba hai, namaskar karo, acha hai, theek hai. So then I finished my intermediate. So kuch annadan karna hai. They were very good in doing annadan inside the temple. So I said will sponsor for annadan. So I went to the Sai Baba temple, we did annadan, all that happened. Very good. No, I also used to like, right? Who is he? He is a sadhu. Okay, he's a sadhu, very nice. So he used to give anna to all people. वो बांटते थे तो अभी भी बांट रहे हैं उनके तरफ से आप बांट रहे हो अच्छा अन्नदान करें में क्या प्रॉब्लम is there any problem doing अन्नदान हरी बोल absolutely fine yeah, we should do अन्नदान then my father had a very transferable job he took me to 12 schools in 12 years central government इधर उधर फेंक फेंक के चंडीगढ़ से लेके बॉम्बे से लेके दिल्ली से लेके बेंगलुरु से लेके हैदराबाद से लेके लिबिया से लेके ट्रिपोली इधर उधर फेंक फेंक के I was everywhere so finally again he took me away from there then I became a CA MBA whatever then I went into a job गलती से सॉफ्टवेयर में चला गया ERP consulting फिर मेरे को फेंके इधर उधर after almost 25 years I came back to Hyderabad I mean I was coming to Hyderabad but literally as in relocation I came back to Hyderabad. Then I remember my old friends. We all like to meet old friends, right? My old friends are there in Dilshuk Nagar, right? वो एकदम क्या बोलते हैं वो टाइम में जो क्रिकेट खेलते थे गली क्रिकेट those friends, right? So I went there. In Kotta, there is a place called Kottapet. There is a cafe called Lovebirds. The cafe name is Lovebirds. We used to go and sit and have tea there. Like that was our old friendship time. So I told, hey, we'll meet in Lovebirds. You come. So one fellow is a director in G, one fellow is somewhere, one fellow is this, that. Then हम मिलेंगे रे चलो मिलते हैं, right? We all went and sat. Then we were discussing क्या है तेरे कितने बच्चे हैं शादी हो गया ये हो गया. Old time, after 25 years, a long time to actually have a reunion. Then one of my friends during that time, in the old time in intermediate days, we both used to go to Sai Baba temple. Because कुछ मिलता था खाने के लिए प्रसाद के लिए अच्छा लगता था जाए ले लो, used to go. So he told, "Arey, good old days, should we go now?" Like that he told. He said, "Yeah, let's go, no problem." I was already Krishna conscious. By then I am already preaching Bhagavad Gita proper. I have nothing against Sai Baba, कोई against ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. So I said, "चलो चलते हैं, we'll go." So we went to the temple, right? So we entered the temple, and then I saw the temple has become like a huge temple. It was very small at that time, It was hardly 10 feet by 20 feet. Now it has become like I don't know how many of you have gone to that place. It become like a huge dham, there is a whole arch. Sai Baba का arch आ गया, उसके अंदर गया, ये बड़ा temple आ गया. अच्छा है, बड़ा temple करने में गलत नहीं है, अच्छा है. I went inside. The murti is there, very nicely decorated. Okay, namaskar kiya, Hari bol. Then I came outside. Then something amazed me. What amazed me? I saw some books kept outside. Right? So I went to the bookstore. क्या लिखा है यहाँ पे? They said there is Sai Gita. एक मिनट है. 25 साल पहले तो नहीं था ये. 25 साल पहले भगवद गीता तो था. भगवद गीता 5000 साल से. ये साई गीता किधर से आ गया? I asked that fellow. Sir, ఇది సాయి గీత అవునండి బాబా గీత చెప్పిండండి బాబా गीता ఎప్పుడు చెప్పినా बाबा गीता कब बोला ठीक है उसको साइड में देखा विष्णु सहस्त्रनाम वी ऑल नो राइट साई सहस्त्रनाम आ गया ये किधर से आ गया सिर्फ गलत नहीं है बाबा को पूछा करो अच्छा है ठीक है ये सहस्त्रनाम किधर से लेकर रहे उसको छोड़ दिया पहले साई बाबा अब क्या साई राम साई कृष्णा साई शिवा साई लक्ष्मी ये अटैचमेंट क्या कर रहे हो You have your own brand, maintain your brand. You don't want to attach to another brand, no? You don't say Nike Reebok, Nike Puma. Do you say like that? Nike is Nike, Puma is Puma. रखो उसको वहाँ पे नहीं, चल रहा है ठीक है. अब क्या next क्या है? अब next साई भागवतम. अब बोला यार ये तो बहुत हो गया. 25 साल में इतना हो गया. मैं वहाँ पे पता नहीं किधर दुनिया घूम रहा हूँ, going around here and there. साई भागवत किधर से आ गया? अरे you want to believe in Sai? Believe in Sai, no problem. If somebody is believing in no, करो. साई गीता कहीं को लेकर आए साई भागवत कहीं को लेकर आए साई सहस्त्रनाम कहीं को लेकर आए उसके साई व्रत अरे यार ये तो बहुत हो रहा है देन आई आस्क्ड दैट पर्सन है कौन है साई बाबा नहीं साई तो सबका मूल है सबका अरे एक मिनट ठहरो व्हाट इज टू टेल सबका मालिक एक वो कभी नहीं बोला मैं वो मालिक हूं बोला क्या इज इट एनीवेयर इट इज देयर नो इट इज नॉट देयर ही इज अ सूफी सेंट whatever there are things about it but why are you making him god क्यों बना रहे उसको जरूरत है क्या see to respect somebody do you have to make him god if you respect somebody you don't have to make him god you can still respect that person you are making him god okay what is the problem in making him god is there a problem क्या प्रॉब्लम है माइक दो किसके पास है माइक मैं पहले ही वार्निंग दिया आज का टॉपिक सेंसिटिव होने वाला है तुम लोग और सेंसिटिव बना रहे हैं मेरा प्रॉब्लम नहीं है बोलो
So this is from my personal experience I would like to say so I'm also right now at the borderline but previously I was like atheist right not believing yes there is something but not really putting a name to it but to me I would idolize like my mom or my brother so to me what they say is very important and what they say
you idealize your brother and your mom
yeah so what they say is important and what they do is right and I would just follow them and to me in my mind when I'm like praying all I'm thinking is about them so in a way I would tell myself that these are my gods so which is good like they have the right things they are always doing the right things I'm following them
no problem
following their character their actions which are for good for everybody around and for themselves but what I realized what happens is like when I lost her that broke me a lot
yeah because you had so much
because that
connection with
yes,
them
that's the source so that's the problem, that people, human, they have their own, fallacies. They have their own limitations. And if we believe in someone like that as God, when those fallacies come out or when they stop to exist,
Correct.
that breaks.
That breaks apart. It's very good. That's a very good thing. That is the problem of believing anybody as God. For example, how many people believe I am God? एक मिनट ठहरो. नहीं, ऐसे लगा. What is the problem in believing me as God? Come on, इसके बारे में बोलो. Why don't you believe I am? क्या नाम कोई नाम लगाओ ना मेरे को. लगा भी दिया. हरे कृष्णा. लीला बाबा. लीला बाबा अच्छा है. हाँ, लीला बाबा. मेरा फोटो लगाओ, 2 kg मिलेगा घर में डस्ट. What is the problem? And by the way, if you worship Leela Baba, you'll get job also. If you don't worship, you'll lose job also.
If it continues for some time, it will become a reality also.
Reality also, yeah. Prabhu, Leela Baba is a good name actually. मैं सोच रहा हूँ यार धंधा चालू करता हूँ यार. थोड़ा गाड़ी आ जाएगा, सफेद तो ऐसे ही है, मंत्र भी आता है, बन जाएंगे बाबा. What is the problem? What is the problem in believing anybody as God? We are actually jumping the topic to that session, but I'll not go too much into that. I'll answer in a simple way. What is your name, Mataji? Huh? Kalpana Mataji. And Prabhuji? Mahesh Prabhu, your husband and wife. Okay. So, if Prabhuji, Mataji loves her husband and Prabhuji loves Mataji, they both are husband and wife, they both respect each other. If I come to your house and tell bad things about Mahesh Prabhu, Mahesh, right? Sorry. Yeah, Mahesh Prabhu. Kalpana Mataji, Mahesh Prabhu. If I tell bad things about him, would you like it? Huh? No, right? If I tell too much bad,
No.
huh? You're just talking, huh? Don't mind. Some sensitive things I'll just say for setting an example. सब लोगों को सुनाई दे रहा है ना? Huh? Now I'm going to put a Brahmastra. Please don't mind me saying this. I'll tell, I am that Mahesh. What will you do? You will give one chanta to part, you will give me one. Right there on the door. है कि नहीं? मेरा पति यहाँ पे है. And you are coming and telling you are my pati. How many years will agree? If somebody comes to your house and tells that, I am your pati. क्या होगा? एक फाड़ मिलेगा है कि नहीं? Your mother will give a slap or no? If somebody goes and tells that he is your father. Tell me who will not give a slap. हाथ उठाओ. ये इसका भी हाथ उठाने का. Tell me how many will give a tight slap if somebody does that nonsense in front of your house. नहीं? दोगे ना? You'll give a slap or no? It's a very nonsensical thing to say, right? I am your husband, I am your father. If somebody comes, मैं तेरा बाप हूँ. तो आप बेटा बाहर आया. कौन बाप है कि नहीं? I know my father. Logically. Now just imagine, who is the Supreme Lord? Vishnu. Shiva or Vishnu we'll discuss later. Understand for now Vishnu. Right? Now, who is his wife? Lakshmi. Or if you tell Lord Shiva, who is his wife? Parvati. So if some Phalana Dinka is made into Lord Shiva, hey, ये शिवजी है. पार्वती को कैसे लगेगा? एक पकड़ के मारेगी, एक ही नहीं. नोट रहा शिवा जब पढ़ाने की. You are dealing with a very sensitive matter. You understanding what I'm saying? When you declare somebody as God, God has some people associated with them also. You can't simply go and tell, Sai Baba is God. तो क्या लक्ष्मी उसकी wife है क्या? Are you saying that Lakshmi is Sai Baba's wife? No. Then how can you tell he is God? Logic समझ में आ रहा है आपको? Clear logic है. इसमें ज़्यादा confusion की जरूरत नहीं है. Don't fiddle with Shastra. You want to respect somebody, respect. फूल चढ़ाओ, नारियल फोड़ो, सर फोड़ो, कुछ भी करो. But don't get into an area of declaring somebody as somebody's husband or declaring somebody as somebody का बाप. नहीं, जरूरत नहीं है. Already husbands have their wives. Right? You don't have to bring that person into that sphere. You have any questions now? We'll end it here. We'll go more in the 10th session. Yes, Madhu. Mike, can you pass the mic? Who has the mic? Just pass it quickly. Yes, Madhu.
So my mom, she believes in Krishna and Lord Jagannath. That's her original belief system. So recently she went to her hometown where there are so many people who are believing in Om Shanti. So there is an association like this, and Om Shanti they believe in Lord Shiva, which is good. And then they also speak about how to maintain the lifestyle. How should you receive others negative feedback and all those stuff. Those are good stuff. But what they tell is the eternal gods are like Lord Vishnu or Shiva, and Krishna is the one who has taken the birth. How can you actually incline to Krishna or somebody who are not the original god? So God is something who shouldn't take birth. So then that she doesn't like. She can't take it because her core values believe in Krishna and Jagannath. So then she's telling the other stuff, whatever they're saying, those are really good. And then whatever they're talking about Shiva, those are also good. And the way they claim all those things, so that really is disturbing her emotions towards God. And then she would tell that when we discuss about Lord Krishna and all those things, she says that now I'm confused. Means I'm not confused because why still the whole belief is on Krishna. But when they say Lord Shiva and all those things, so sometimes they said whatever you are doing, it's like the same thing as we said. Our entire belief system they're telling is not true. It's all false. Like Santoshi Ma one example. So how do we it's also same justification whatever you are explaining now.
Okay. So I don't know why it's going sensitive today, but then I'll answer in a simple way. We can get more detail to that later. Okay. See, our agenda here is not to expose anybody. Our agenda is to understand how to understand things. Right? How many of you have small children? Okay. Which school do you send your children? Is going to school yet? Which school? Huh? Samishri. Samishri. Okay. What syllabus they have there? CBSE. Who else lifted their hand? School children. Mataji. Yeah, you can tell. Huh? What syllabus they have there? CBSE. Mataji? Sanskriti. What syllabus they have there? CBSE. Okay. I have a very good proposal for all of you. Okay? Very good proposal. There is a school that is coming nearby. 2025 it's opening. My friend is a multi-billionaire. He is opening a huge school. Every classroom is AC. Full. Bus also AC. Bathroom also AC. Full AC. Okay? Fees is 5 rupees per month. Really. 5 rupees per month. And transportation free. KPRT syllabus. How many people want to send? You can meet me after the class. I'll recommend. Really, international school, inter-universe school, sorry, not inter-universe school, KPRT syllabus, 5 rupees fees, everything AC. कितने लोग भेजने को तैयार हैं हाथ उठाओ? If you are going to have children after 5 years, some of you are not married, you'll have children after 5 years. Now you can do advance booking also. शादी से पहले, right? You can give your names. KPRT syllabus, फीस कितना बोला? चल आपके लिए और डिस्काउंट 3 रुपए 3 rupees fees. How many are ready to send? एक बार सोचो, seriously, I'm asking this question. Will you send your children to a KPRT syllabus? ICSE? How to talk? ICSE? State syllabus? CBSE? KPRT? अरे 3 रुपए रे बाबा 3 रुपए फालतू का A for apple बोलने के लिए we are thinking about the syllabus. Just think about it. What does it teach? A for apple, B for battle. ये सिखाने को भेजने के लिए we are thinking which school my children are going to go with, what is the syllabus. Are you yes or no? Right? Are you going to send your children to KPRT syllabus? No. You want to send them to CBSE, you want to send them to ICRT, you want to send them to state syllabus or IB syllabus, but not KPRT. Even if it's a multi-billion-dollar school. Why? Answer this question sincerely. Why? Lift your hand. Mike will come. Why this syllabus? Why not KPRT? You want to answer? Yeah. Pass the mic. Yeah. Yes, brother.
Because the price is very less.
You want to send?
No, that's why I don't understand.
Also, the price is less. I never expected. Yeah. Sometimes you should get doubt, right?
Yeah, right. Because the price is less, so then
कुछ तो problem है.
कुछ तो problem, right?
हाँ. 25 पैसे का पानी पूरी. Some problem is there. नमक क्यों ज्यादा है? Okay. Anybody else? Why would not you send your child to the school for KPRT syllabus? बोलो ना.
Accreditation, like stamp or copy
हाँ.
from that CBSE.
A stamp is there, na? KPRT stamp is there. Hold it. Huh?
That accreditation is not there.
What do you mean by aggregation? Accreditation. No, वो कर देंगे. Government किसी का भी stamp मार देता. No problem.
Not repeated.
Huh?
Not repeated.
Not repeated. Why I need reputation for my child?
Because reputation is something it's kind of validated by many.
Bro, Mike. यहाँ पे throw this. I'm asking. Sorry, bro. You can actually throw that mic. Then कुछ नहीं होगा. Yes.
See, reputation is something which is validated by many, and then we go with that.
Which is validated by many means it is proven, time tested. Is that true? Agreed? It's time tested. And what other things? It is recognized. Right? Recognized by who? By government, by private companies, by everybody is recognized. And what else? There is a series of people who have come out of it. Right? And everybody are working in Gachibowli. So you know, the school से निकलने वाले काम करेंगे घरों की तरह whatever. लेकिन काम मिलेगा है कि नहीं? The syllabus produces people who can work, whatever work. Is that true? Just ask the same question in case of religion, Mataji. Why are we not asking this question in case of religion? Simple. When it comes to religion, I'll believe anything. When it comes to फालतू का syllabus, I'll talk about CBSE, ICSE, IB. अरे इधर syllabus नहीं है क्या? यहाँ syllabus नहीं है क्या? किसने बोला syllabus नहीं है यहाँ पे? Who told Sanatan Dharma is a belief system? If there is no science behind it, there is of course science behind it. Is there a syllabus? Of course there is science. There is Upanishads, there is Puranas, there is Itihasas, there is Bhagavad Gita. Sarva Upanishado Gavo Dugdha Gopalanandana. Partho Vacha Sudhir Bhokta. Dugdha Gitamritam Mahat Shankaracharya, great Acharya, Lord Shiva himself. He came and he told there is nothing greater than Bhagavad Gita. Yamunacharya, the guru of Ramanujacharya, is telling Bhagavad Gita is everything. It has everything in summary. There is a syllabus. But when it comes to spirituality, you are more worried about experience than truth. That's the problem. You all can feel the experience. There are so many institutions now. You can go. पूरा धंधा चल रहा है meditation के नाम पे. Can everybody close their eyes 1 minute? Just close your eyes. We'll do some dhanda. Close your eyes. I'll take. Now, अच्छा voice भी change करना ना एक minute. Now, you are feeling the air from your left ear into your right ear. Your nose is close to your heart. Your mouth is not drying because it is getting the breath from your lungs. Please pay 500 rupees and get lost. Did you experience nice feeling? अच्छा लगा ना? थोड़ा तो अच्छा लगा. 500 रुपए दो. Prabhu ji, go and collect 500 rupees. This is what is going on. This is what is going on. They're making a fool out of you. There is one institution. Don't speak anything, just sit in the class. Better? After 1 hour, class ho gaya. Chalo. Fools are sitting for that also. There are fools who go and sit there also. I will not speak anything. Mauna Vrat. You also Mauna Vrat. कौन से शास्त्र में लिखा है मौन व्रत करो? मौन से अच्छा कोई अच्छा चीज बोलो, हरे कृष्ण बोलो, हरे राम बोलो, रामायण बोलो. What is the use of your मौन? मौन व्रत करने की क्या जरूरत है? जब when you can speak something nice, why do you have to shut your mouth? You should shut your mouth when you're speaking too much nonsense. That is true. But you have something good to speak. Why do you have to do मौन? कुछ भी मैन्युफैक्चर कर देंगे. बोलेंगे एक डब्बे में बैठ के मेडिटेशन करो, एक पिरामिड में बैठ के मेडिटेशन करो, एक बाथरूम में बैठ के, बाथरूम में सब लोग करते हैं, है कि नहीं? So what is going on? Business is going on. Why this business is flourishing? Because nobody knows what is the syllabus. Syllabus कोई नहीं जाना. Nobody is asking CBSE. Nobody is asking ICRT. Nobody is asking IB. He has a question behind. Yes, Prabhuji. Your name, please.
Vibhor.
Vibhor, Prabhu. Yes.
This is my first class. So
Yes, thank you.
Sure.
I hope it's not your last class. After hearing all this.
I have a question, but I don't know whether I am discussing from the topic. But anyways, I will say, since we are talking about the God, I have a question about regarding the existence of the God. So we see there is so much suffering in the world. I'm going somewhere, not disturbing anyone. A truck would come and tell me, baby is born with cancer or some deadly diseases and so on. And we attribute this to karma if we read any religious text. But theory of karma, it does not cut ice with me. I have some arguments that I will come to later. So let's say if there is no karma and God is creating us, then either the God is very powerful and he's creating all of us, this magic is going on, but he's not compassionate enough.
He's not compassionate enough.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. इतना ज़्यादा suffering है. I mean, we all are here, like, we are having good life. But if we see outside, there's so much pain.
Yeah.
And
You can keep it close.
God is not powerful enough. If compassion is not powerful enough, then it does not fit in the definition of God.
Yeah.
So, like to hear from you.
Yeah, great. Your name again, Prabhuji?
Vibhor.
Vibhor. My request is, Vibhor Prabhu, don't miss the next sessions because we are going in a logical sequence. There is a session called Why Do Bad Things Happen to Good People? Right? And there is a session called Destiny, Free Will and Mercy. And there is a session called Three Modes of Material Nature, right? Which will come, fourth session. These are all sessions, Prabhuji, by the time you finish, you will yourself answer the question. Right? And there are shlokas I'll quote from Bhagavad Gita and from other scriptures, which will give you a perfect answer for those questions. I'm really grateful that you asked that question. Right? Actually, it's a very important question that you asked. Yeah. Why is this kind of injustice, inequality, and so many things happening? And why is he telling that pray me now when you yourself have created all this situation? Yeah. There is answer for this problem. One of my favorite questions, actually.
I know one other question. I don't know whether it is covered till now. It's regarding the law of karma. I just said it does not cut ice with me. So it is relevant if I ask now.
No, tell the question. Answer we might discuss later, or if it is applicable to today, I'll answer. Yeah, tell me what is the question.
So, if law of karma exists, that means universe, God, or whatever is keeping track of what I'm doing and what I'm not doing.
Yes.
And it has a system. That once I finish all my karmas, like the karma balance becomes zero, and I get liberated. That is the general theory.
General theory. Correct.
Then why there is first birth? I mean,
why there is first birth? Amazing question. You are amazed with the question, right? Zero. जब मैं zero था मेरे को यहाँ लाया क्यों पहली बार?
If I come here, I will definitely create some karma, positive or negative.
Yes.
And that too, if karma is controlling my life, then I am, getting the result of the previous birth karma. Then when I am creating the next birth karma, like who will decide this distinction?
Prabhuji, actually you missed last class. I humbly request, are you in the group right now? 2025 Gita study group?
No.
Can somebody add him? Yeah, please add him. I'll answer that question also, Prabhuji. Just a matter of time. See, I'm telling this again to all of you here, all youngsters and old people who are here. If you don't ask these questions here, and if you don't ask these questions in your life, you're just continuing to be an atheist in the guise of a theist. You have to have answers for these questions. Otherwise, your faith is very fragile. And I really appreciate him, Prabhuji, that you have asked that questions, because this is what is needed. Ask the question, what is the problem? And I'm encouraging all of you. Don't hide and just don't ask for the sake of asking. It should bother you. You know, Vedic knowledge or any knowledge to pass from the giver to the receiver, 3 conditions are needed. 3 conditions are needed. Now, Baburam Prabhu will send this as a question in your quiz. Make a note of it. 3 conditions are needed for the knowledge to pass. Number 1, the person questioning is really inquisitive. Without the answer, he can't survive. He's really inquisitive. I want the answer. As an Prabhuji, batao, and I'll leave. Or if you don't give the answer also, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? When Arjuna was asking questions to Krishna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, it was like, you give me the answer. Otherwise, there is no other resort. He actually says, what is that shloka? Karpanya dosho pahata svabhava pasyamitam dharma samoda cheta yachreyascha nishchitam bruhi tanme teham shadimam tvam prapannam. I am your shishya. I am becoming your disciple. I am karpanya doshi. I don't have proper intelligence. You are the only resort. You have to give me the answer, Arjuna. Krishna, otherwise I don't have a choice. That's called desperateness for an answer. If the person asking the question is desperate for an answer, that is the first condition. Second, he should have respect for the person giving the answer. If you don't have any, I'm not demanding respect here, I'm just saying. But if you don't have respect for the person who is giving the answer, knowledge will not go. How many agree with this? Yeah. Third, you should have respect on God who has brought both of you together. This situation is created not by you and me. You're all not sitting here because there was a session planned and you came and it's all planned. You are supposed to be here today. You'll realize that after some time. But all this is planned. At this time of your age, at this time of your phase of your life, you are brought here. Now, if you take advantage of this, you are lucky. If you reject this, you are the most unlucky. And this keeps happening. It's not like akhri chance. I'm not telling you don't come, you'll go to hell. That's not the way, right? God is so merciful. He keeps coming back to you again and again and again and again and again until he finds you back. We'll get back into that, right? But what were we discussing before that? No, before that questioning, I was saying something else. Yeah, syllabus. Yeah, my memory is still okay. We are discussing what syllabus. So, Prabhuji and Matajis, no matter where you go, whether you come to this class again or you go to some other class, I want you to validate on 3 things when you listen from anybody. Guru, Shastra, Sadhu. Repeat after me. Guru, Shastra, Sadhu. Yeah. Actually, this is part of the 4th session, but I'm covering a little bit now itself because you asked. These 3 people should agree on that fact. Then only you should accept it. No matter how big dadi I have, no matter how many followers I have, no matter how good speaker I am, no matter how many people believe in me, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What matters is, whatever I'm speaking, is it there in Shastra? Mereko dikhao. Once I actually went to a session, I don't want to call that person's name, very big person, right? He has millions of followers around the world. I was sitting in his hall, somebody took me, and he said, any question? Normally these people don't allow questions. But he said, any question? I lifted my only question I asked, sir, where is this? In which scripture you are telling it is there, what you're telling? And his followers, everybody became very uncomfortable. What did I ask? I didn't ask. You are a holy person. You are claiming to be a holy person. You are quoting something. Which scripture it is there? I want to learn. I'm not asking. I have respect for you. Right? I have respect for you. I'm inquisitive about this. God has brought me here. Now tell me the answer. When I insisted, I was asked to leave the hall. The Guruji will tell later. You can leave now. He said, no, tell me the answer. No, you can leave later. They cut it off from the recording. That whole thing in live recording, they removed it off. This is what happens. Simple. When people want to cheat you, you will get cheated. If you don't know how, you can stop yourself from getting cheated. When you go to that institution or any institution, Shastra mein kidhar hai? Whatever you are telling, where is it in Shastra? You are asking me, is Krishna God? I can tell. I can sit here and quote 100 slokas. from different Puranas, from different Upanishads, from different, not Bhagavad Gita alone. Right? I have some proof. But when you say somebody is God, where is the shloka? Where is the Purana? Where is the... No, Prabhu, anybody can write these books. No, anybody is not writing these books. I'm sorry. They're coming from thousands of years. The same shloka. Shloka doesn't change. You can change, right? I'll send you one picture in the group. Now you see this. 1 minute. I'll send you one picture in the group. Yeah, I didn't mean to send you immediately this, but no problem. Kidhar hai? Yeah. Here they go. Did it come to you now? Yeah, it should have come now. आ गया? ब्लो अप करके देखो कितने गीता है इधर? कितने गीता है? I can give you 1,000 Bhagavad Gitas in the market. 1,000 Bhagavad Gitas written by 1,000 people. Right? Written by 1,000 people. But how do you know a Bhagavad Gita is authentic or no? You tell me. How do you know Bhagavad Gita is authentic or no? Okay, Prabhu, can you give me that Bhagavad Gita that you have? Yeah, just pass it on to me. My question to you, how do you know that this Bhagavad Gita is authentic or not? Prabhu, it is written as it is. Chalo yaar, मैं भी लिख सकता हूँ as it is. How do you know it's authentic or no? Shlokas are there in that also. I can write interpretation of a shloka that smoking cigarettes is good as per God. Because I smoke. Because I smoke, I can do it. I drink alcohol, I can do it. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can write anything. See, very simple. Any shloka you go, each word has to be broken into a Sanskrit word. And join all those words together, it has to become a sentence. And it has to be backed up by a bhashyam. Bhashyam given by whom? Not just by Srila Prabhupada. Ramanujacharya, many places he quotes as per Ramanujacharya, as per Madhvacharya, as per Vishnu Swami, Nimbarkacharya, Shankaracharya. This is what is being quoted. Is that not syllabus? So many people are quoting from authentic sources and together the knowledge is coming at one place. What are the chances of getting cheated? Almost minuscule chances left. Right? But if you go and take a Bhagavad Gita, some fellow, he has had a life and he created his own Gita and he wrote his own statements and you are holding that, you go to this institution, they'll also give you a Gita. Some Gita they'll give. And you don't know how he has written. Who is this Guru? You don't know. I actually went and sat in my own Krishi beside and some air came and enlightened. I became enlightened. If I go tell this to my wife, she'll enlighten me like anything. You can't become your own guru. There has to be a basis. Did you have a teacher in your life? A for apple पढ़ा है ना? Biology हाँ? पढ़ा है नहीं पढ़ा है? So it's very important. Somebody's needs needed. It's a different topic. But we'll come back to today's topic. Right now we'll quickly come back. There are many other questions. Can somebody read the next question? Quickly. We'll come to your question later. Quickly, who has the mic? Mic is keepers. Who has the mic? Somebody lift the mic. Yeah. चलो. Bro, कोई तो हाथ उठाओ, नहीं तो मैं पढ़ लूँ क्या? Quickly. You have that slide in front of you, right? All the questions? Yeah. Next question.
Is the God who made us completely unknowable to us?
Is the God who made us completely unknowable? मतलब भगवान को आप देख नहीं सकते? ऐसा भगवान क्यों? Why is God in such a form that he can't be seen? People are asking this question. Next question.
Is religion made by God-man or by God himself?
Did God make religion or God-man made the religion? People have made the religion. A lot of people ask this kind of questions, right? You should have answers for these questions. As we go forward in our science of self-realization, all these questions will be answered. Be rest assured. Next.
Is religion made by God-man or by God himself?
Yeah, keep going. Done?
Why are we not born with religion stamped on us?
Why are you not born? God should decide, na? Tu Muslim banna, tu Christian banna, tu Jain banna, tu. There is no stamp on us anywhere. There is no stamp on us anywhere. Right? So why do you say that if you only believe in this, God will accept you? If God wanted to accept you, He would have put the stamp and sent. Very simple. Yeah, go ahead. Next.
Why do different religions have different rituals?
Different religions have different rituals. Even within Hinduism, why do you pray so many gods? Right? What is the logic? We'll discuss about that later. Yeah. Next.
Are different religions like different companies with their gods are different?
Different brands. Yeah. Every religion has its own brand. Yeah. Next.
Does a stone smeared with colored powder become God?
Does the stone become God? We discussed about it, right? No, it cannot. It has to be installed properly. Yeah, go ahead. Next.
When God can hear our prayers everywhere, why do we need to go to temple?
Yeah, bed ke chillao. People say this. Once I was telling one of my friend's child, chalo beta, let's go to temple. Uncle, is not God everywhere? Is not God everywhere? Why you should go to temple? Right? Then I told him an answer. You want me to answer? I told him, I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty. Get me water. So he ran inside, got me a glass of water. I said, no, why? Water vapor is everywhere. Water vapor is everywhere. Why can't you take the water vapor directly into your mouth? No. That is why you go to temple.
That question they also say, okay, if that is the case, why do you do puja at home? You should always go to temple.
Right? Yeah, so puja at home we do because God is not just in the temple, God is in my heart also. And I want to see God all the time. Like I want to see my child, my parent all the time. I want to see God all the time. Right? So I do puja all the time. And puja is not something that I do whenever I want. I'll tell one shloka from Bhagavatam. Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhakti radokshaje ahaitiki aprahihata yayatma suprasidati. What is the meaning of this? Savai pumsam paro dharmo. There are many dharmas. Many dharmas are there. What is that? Putra dharma, Vruddhi dharma, Pita dharma, Mata dharma. Right? So many dharmas are there. But paro dharma. What is the paro dharma? Paro dharma is to find out who is God. Right? Is the paro dharma of a human being. To find out. Savai pumsam. All human beings. Pumsam. Paro dharma. Yato bhakti radokshaje. Okay, I found out who is God. Now what to do? Do bhakti. Bhakti means what? What is the meaning of bhakti? Whatever you do good, do it for God. How many can cook nicely here? Yeah, Prabhuji should tell. You can't tell that. She cooks nicely, Prabhuji. Now he doesn't have a choice. Yeah. So whatever you are cooking, offer it to God. That is bhakti. Does somebody know how to make good drawings? Anybody? Artist here? Yes. Draw Krishna, draw Rama, draw Lord Shiva. That is bhakti. Bhakti doesn't mean you need agarbatti and you need a diya and you need this, you need that, you need flowers. Of course, they are all rituals, it works. But the essence is what? Whatever good you have, give it to God. Whatever good you can do it for God. How many can sing nicely here? Anybody? Any singers? Or you're too humble to tell you are, but you might be singing nice. Right? Sing God's bhajans. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Nicely use your mine is like a donkey, but yours might be nice. You can sing. You can sing nicely. That is bhakti. Right? Whatever good you can do, whatever skill that you have got, when you do it for God, that is bhakti. As simple as that. Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhakti radokshaje. Vedavyas is telling this in Bhagavad. He's telling, find out who is God, that is a paro dharma. You also do the other dharmas. He's not telling leave your wife, leave your children, leave your this. No, do all that. Do your job properly. Best employee on the floor, no problem. But find out who is God, because that only a human being can do. Next, perform bhakti. How to perform? Ahoitaki aprahiyata. Ahoitaki aprahiyata. Uninterrupted, unmotivated. Go to God without any motivation. मेरे को ये चाहिए, मेरे को पास करा दो, मेरे को शादी करा दो, शादी होने के बाद बच्चा दिला दो, फिर बच्चे का स्कूल दिला दो, बच्चे का स्कूल का होमवर्क करा दो, बच्चे को फिर एडमिशन करा दो, मेडिकल एडमिशन करा दो, बच्चे का शादी करा दो, फिर उसका बच्चा दिला दो. अरे राम, कितना साइकिल कब खत्म हो गया? बालाजी is thinking, what is going on यार? कभी तो मेरे को मिलने को, at least once in life come and see me. I am trying to see you. I want to see at least once in life come to see me. Every time you come with your laundry list. ahoiteki aprahiyata. Go unmotivated. Right? Go unmotivated. Don't keep too many. I just want to thank you. Why you want to thank me? Hey, you've given me everything. You've given me so many things. How many of you have more than many others in the world? Huh? Many others in the world don't have that. Do you have anything like that? Yes. Lot of things we have. We have eyes. Are you appreciating that you have eyes? Go and ask a blind fellow. He'll tell you what does it mean to see world without eyes. Right? You have body. Your organs are functioning. You're able to walk. Go somebody who has sciatica or so many pains. You will know how grateful you should be that you are able to walk. Thank God for what He has given. Right? And you will automatically understand that you are given more than what you deserve. Then you go to Tirupati and say, thank you. I'm very grateful. Right? Unmotivated. Ahoiteki. Aprahihata. Devotion without any interruption. It should not be like, Prabhuji, I do Khatarnak prayers. Come. Every day at 8:10 to 8:20. Are they prayers? For example, Mataji tells, I love my husband. I love Mahesh Prabhu. Every Sunday, 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. Is that love? Tell me. Somebody will come and propose you. I love you, darling. Saturday, afternoon 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Will you accept that proposal? Huh? Love means what? Always. Does your mother love you all the time? Does your father love you all the time? No matter what mistake you do in life, these two people who are representing God on this planet will always forgive you. That is their greatness. That is their greatness. If you become God conscious and can't see God in your parents, kuch kaam nahi kar raha. You're not grateful only. Oh my God, my father did not give me enough property, He burnt all the property that he gave you birth. He made you capable. You're not grateful for what you have. So this shloka says, Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhakti adokshije ahoitaki aprahiyata. Do that bhakti uninterruptedly, unmotivatedly. Can you remember this? God devotion should be unmotivated and uninterrupted. Then only it's devotion. Otherwise it's emotion. So, as soon as you go to Tirupati, tears are coming out. As soon as you move from, where is Bhima's restaurant? आज dosa कहेंगे क्या कहेंगे? God is अरे ये क्या कर रहे हैं? Just now you are so emotional. इतना बड़ा नाटक बस अरे बाप रे है कि नहीं? This is a reality. You should know. Am I really God? You know what is darshan? Srila Prabhupada told once. What is darshan? People tell, I go and take darshan. Darshan is समझ गया ना? हाँ, इमले recommendation. अच्छा darshan हुआ. क्या darshan? Darshan means very simple. You have seen God, and when you turn away from God, you should not see anything. You should just see darkness. Without God, the whole world is shunyaitam jagat sarvam govindam virahename. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, shunya. The world should become like dark. You've seen Venkatesh Swami Balaji. You turn, it's darkness. You turn to him, there is light, there is form, there is blessings. Then you had darshan. Now you decide whether you had darshan so far or not. And by the way, darshan doesn't mean you are looking at him. He is looking at you. That is darshan. That this fool has finally come back to me. At least now he has come back to me. Let me see him. And what you should ask when you see darshan? Look at me. Look at me. And where do you go and stand? Can you not walk too much? Settle down. Huh? What do you do? What do you call that? What is the best spot to stand in a temple that God sees you? Not in his friend. What is the best spot to stand? When you do some mistake in house, your father is really angry at you. What is the best spot to go and stand beside? Mother, Mama, Aja beta, kuch to kiya tu, and she'll take care of it. That is why in our temples, if you go to Shivji's temple, there will be Nandi. If you go to Ramji's temple, there will be Hanuman. If you go to Vishnu temple, there will be Garuda. Why? Go stand beside Garuda. Because you are anyway looking at Garuda, Maybe you look at me when I'm standing beside him. Simple logic. There is a reason why it is like that. That is why they say, don't stand in between Garuda and you, stand beside. You know? So best place to go. And Swayam Krishna is doing that. Dvajastambha. You go and stand beside Dvajastambha. So Krishna will look at you. Right? There is a whole reasoning. Ahoiteki aprahihata. Unmotivated, uninterrupted devotion. Yayatma suprasidati. Then what will happen? Your Atma, yourself will become prasidati. You will become happy. Why you are not happy in life? Because your devotion is not being performed. There is no bhakti. And even if it is there, it's interrupted and it's motivated. When you rise yourself above that, then you will actually believe in God. You will enjoy God being in your life. Right? Hanumanji. All the time, he is so carefree. Ekdam enjoy karte hain Hanumanji. Because he has taken shelter of Ram. So we deviated a lot today. But we'll go back to the topic. Does God exist? But we discussed in many, many different ways. There are so many people, I'll send you these slides. Forced to pray. How many here were forced to pray? Be frank enough. Anybody here was forced to pray? You pray. Yes, you pray. Then you'll end up praying, but there is no connection. Right? If you don't pray, something bad will happen. Have you heard that? If you don't do this, something bad will happen. If you do that, something good will happen. Of course, good and bad will happen, but did you really like that kind of explanation about God? Do you like anything like that? Being forced to say that you do this, then only something good will happen. Nobody likes that. Right? You pray and obey. Pray, pay and obey. P-P-O. Right? You pray and obey. That's what we land up in so many places. We ask questions, there is no answer. There is a book, I'll send you this slide. There is a book written by some lady, Growing Up Godless Children, a guide. There is a book now, in not this one book, many books are there, how to bring up children without God consciousness. Society is going to that point. And there is an article in this book, I have taken an article from this book, where the child is asking, Mom, why did God let my friend die? My friend Johnny die. Is God bad? Why did my friend die? Answer is, no one knows but God. You cannot understand. Right? Is that answer good enough? No. But when you become God conscious, you will get your answer. You'll have the strength to face what you're facing. And you'll not blame God. You'll actually understand why it happened. And you'll appreciate it also. Yesterday it happened. Yesterday afternoon. I was not planning to quote this, but since anyway, we are topping the topic. One of my very good friends, his name is Santosh. He works in another city. He was coming back to see his family because it's Sankranti holidays and Vaikunta Ekadashi. He comes to satsangs. On the way, a train was supposed to, it stops in Begumpet, but it goes through Lingampalli. His house is in Madinapura. He was like, should I get down? Should I not get down? Because train is a little slow. He jumped. He fell under the train, he died. Yesterday afternoon, 2:30. Completely amputated, 2 parts apart. Body was brought, I went there. Horrible gory scene. His wife is crying. They're all devotees, Krishna devotees, attending satsangs, chanting. But the beauty? She didn't complain about God. She was very much aggrieved. But she looked at me, Prabhuji, Leeland Prabhu, you came. My husband always wanted me to pray. Now he is not there. I'm missing that company in satsangs now. I'm missing him now. She was pouring herself. She's crying. Sudden incident. Their son is an intermediate child. He is just in inter-second year. Entire family is devastated. Everything is changed all of a sudden. But the amount of strength I saw in her, going through that phase, keeping God in the center, that is called strength. That is called God consciousness. She was not faking it. At that moment also she was grateful. At that situation also she was grateful. Everybody has to die one day. Everybody has to go one day. Some or the other way you'll go. Right? But he is there, he'll take care. He has taken care of him. That's called God consciousness. It's very important that kind of consciousness is given to our children. So tomorrow when they face failures in life, they won't break apart. You know, one of the biggest problems in high-rising buildings now? Suicides. People are jumping from 18th floor, 20th floor. For what? Small reasons. Husband and wife had a fight. One incident happened. I don't want to tell where. Right? Here only nearby. Husband and wife had fight. This fellow got so angry, he took a knife and he stabbed his wife. And then he felt, what did I do? I should not have done that. A small child is there. That fellow is playing there. He doesn't know what's going on. And he oh my God, what did I do? Then he said, there is no point in living. He hanged himself. And she got up. She didn't die. She got up. What did you do? And now the police came. What just happened? What will you explain? What will you explain? So what if you have an ISB degree? So what if you have a job in Microsoft or Salesforce or some other big company with a huge pay package? If you don't have mental peace, if you don't have faith, if you don't have any connection to God, what is the point in saying that you are strong? You are not strong. You are so weak. Anything can disturb you. But look at that lady, that Mataji yesterday. She was not disturbed even in that situation.
I have a question. Why does maybe we're connecting the question, why the good bad things happen?
Yeah.
But I still don't understand
why it happened to him like that.
Yeah, because the entire family in the
We'll get to that answer. Don't worry. I am going to answer that question. Why bad things happen to good people? You are not leaving unless you don't come that day.
I really appreciate they are so strong in the consciousness, but still the question is again pulling me.
Yes, we will get to that point. We will not leave that point. All of you, I'm assuring you, I'm not going to answer. Bhagavad Gita will answer that question because that is the question of Arjun. That is the question of Arjun.
And same thing happened with me.
Yes.
Last year I lost my father. He was very active at 80 plus, and he used to climb the walls and pluck the fruits also, climbing out of the trees. And suddenly in the December, he just developed a breathing issue, and within 2 weeks he was hospitalized in ICU 15 days, and he died. But I was very strong. I thought, okay, it's a destiny, and I understood that. And I felt he lived his life, and he was very uncomfortable going through the pain. Then we thought, I think God has done the good thing. But in this case, when you gave this scenario, yes, the family is very strong, understood. But the thing is, that part. But I again connect with the
bad thing. So, Prabhu, I'm telling you, this one question, if you are convinced with the answer, when you get it, your life will change. Your entire vision towards the world will change. When you understand why things are happening the way they are happening. And why is he allowing it to happen? Why is he allowing it to happen the way it is happening? There is answer for that, Prabhu. There is a beautiful Vedas. The beauty of Vedas is there is no question that is not answered. Right? I'll just tell one thing, Prabhu. I'm serving God for the last more than 15 years now. Right? Like this, I've taken many batches. I'm trying to be faithful. I'm not a devotee. I'm trying to become a devotee. Right? My father also was trying to become. This is my mother. So I asked her to come today. She's my mother. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Yeah. She chants 32 rounds every day. Every day. My father used to chant 32 rounds. 4-5 hours of chanting. 3 years back, my father got brain stroke. 2 years and 10 months, he was bedridden in my house. Can't speak, can't do anything. Even he cannot even chant. Right? But the amount of strength that I got from devotees and from Shastra, that my father also did not regret what happened. There was no complaint in the house. And it was not for show off. Sometimes you can't show off. After some point, you can't. But that gives you the strength. Right? But you will get this answer, bro. You will, 100%. That's why I'm saying, before starting Bhagavad Gita, why are we doing these 12 sessions? Is because your faith has to be strong. Then you can understand what Krishna is telling to Arjuna. I can start with the first sloka I went today. Can somebody pass the mic to him? Priyank is lifting his hand. Yeah. Right? So please don't miss these sessions. I'm humbly requesting. Any other priority, festivals will come and go, things will happen, but don't miss this session, especially in person. Because you hear recording is recording. Right? It's a different feeling when you sit down and hear, and there is a recording. We'll try to go. Yes, bro, quickly.
So this topic of Vedas and shlokas are coming. So why one should just trust that whatever is written in the Vedas? Because
Yes.
the argument is,
Yes.
if I'm born in an island where I do not have access to any religious text, let's
Correct.
say those tribe in Andamans,
Hmm.
so don't they have any right to meet the God? Because if
Perfect.
anything is written in the book, it means God does not make them equal enough to us,
Hmm.
so they can't access God because
Yes.
they do not have access to the book.
Perfect.
And it means existence must have made some way
Hmm.
so that even those people
Yes.
who lives alone does not have any access to like outside people, outside world, media,
Yes.
books.
What about them? I got the question. I'll answer that question. Quickly I'll answer. Because actually there is a detailed answer, bro. I'll tell later. Simple thing. And a simple way, let me answer. Okay.
There is one more answer that is related to the topic you just said.
Ah.
In between, there was topic like we should, respect our parents and so on.
Yeah.
That one topic was there. And why should we? First of all, because when I was born or anybody was born, the parents were not thinking of us. There could be a huge number of possibilities. Could have born. They might have wanted a child, but they does not have anyone in mind. Like this would be born or so they made a provision, and there is life. But after all, they are all humans, and they bring us to the world of suffering.
So why should we thank them? Okay. I'll answer. Maybe the second question I'll answer later, bro. It's a longer answer. First question I'll answer in a simple way. Does anybody without scriptures have an access to God? Yes. No doubt. Scriptures doesn't restrict that, only if you have scriptural knowledge you'll go to God. No, never. Never like that. So then what about a person who is born in Andaman? No, let us ask the question why he is born in Andaman. Right? Simple way I'll answer. There are many answers to this. I'm just giving small answer because you asked. Say, Mataji, what is your name? Vanita Mataji. So I went and called Vanita Mataji. Mataji, there is a Bhagavad Gita satsang. Can you please come? It's happening in your own community. And she says, I think I don't have time during that time. I have to make something else. Okay, no problem. Then after 5 years, she's in some other community. Again, God is sending all these things. He's making arrangements. He's sending one more person. Mataji, Vanita Garu, can you please come to this Bhagavatam sessions that are happening? No, I think my son is in medicine. I have to spend more time with him. Okay, no. Then again. People are coming and asking. Again and again, the message is coming. And she wants to enjoy this world. She just wants to enjoy this world. She's very happy in the worldly affairs. My relatives, my Pushpa 2, my whatever, my movies, my multiplex, my this, my that. In between, I don't have time for God. So, God also will think, maybe that's what she wants. Why to unnecessarily disturb? Let her desires be fulfilled. Maybe after her desires are fulfilled, some point she will choose me. So next life, I will take her to Uganda and keep her in Anda where there is no God. Be happy there. Why to unnecessarily disturb? Because I've tried on you for such a long time. Now you can stay there. I'm not rejecting. You want to fulfill the desires, right? Without any. So let you have 10 children. Let you have, whatever opulence that you want, stay. You want to stay. Because God doesn't force us. The beauty of God is He will never force us to come to Him. He will give us an opportunity. And He'll keep on giving us that opportunity endlessly. There is no end to the God's mercy. There is no end to God's forgiveness also. He'll continue to give, come on to us. But if He sees that, actually you're not interested, He'll also give you that opportunity. Okay, go and enjoy. Go and enjoy that for some time. There's only one answer, Prabhu. Don't get, conclude with that. But people who are far away from Vedic scriptures, because they have rejected enough. They're kept there for some time. Go through your thing. But they will be given experiences to inquire. They'll be given experience in life to inquire what is happening with me. When the inquiry becomes stronger, you will come back to a place where scriptures exist. You will come back to association with scripture. And if the inquiry is really strong, a devotee will go to Uganda and meet her there also. A person will come into your life who will again try to connect you to God. Very simple thing, Prabhuji. Whenever there is a holy person coming in your life with a proper message of God, it's your intelligence to sit down and listen. But if you reject that situation, then what can even he do? He'll say, okay, I have a very scarce resource. You do resource management in offices, right? When you have very talented resource, what do? You put him on projects which are highly in demand. Why should I send my most dear sadhu to a place people are not interested? I'll send him to a place where people are interested. His resources are more important there. Again, another answer for that, right? So there is a mix of events what leads to such situation, but conclusion is never that God rejects you because you don't know scriptures. You don't need to know Sanskrit to go back to God. You don't need to know slokas to go back to God. All you need is love for God. But for the love to arise, you need a right association. But you have to choose that association. You have to choose that association. For example, Sankranti is there for me also. My sons also are getting leave. My wife told, why don't we leave on Friday evening and come back on Tuesday night? Why I didn't go? Why I didn't go? I have a service today on Saturday morning. Simple. For me, this service is more important than my own happiness. When you make a choice, I'm not glorifying myself. I've done all nonsense also. I'm saying, when you make that choice, then God sees and takes you to a place where you will get enough knowledge and enough opportunity to know Him more. But if you reject Him again and again and again, He'll also take you to a place where say, why, this is what you wanted, you get this. We'll come back to this again. Okay? Okay. So there is godless civilization going on. Now, here is a picture of why people become faithless. I'll tell you why people become faithless. The another reason is, you see this Ram and Sita. Right? Who is the person who played the Ram's role? What is his name? Huh? Arun Goel. Right? And next scene again, I will send you this picture. He is acting romantically with another lady in another movie. You just seen Ramayana. You just seen Ramayana. You consider him. You actually got connected. Not with the person, but the image, the impression is there inside you. What do you see in the next scene? Nonsense. How does your faith get present? It gets shaken up, isn't it? N.T. Ramarao. He played Krishna's role 17 times. 17 times he played as Krishna. Mahabharata, Krishna Arjuna Yuddham, this, that, so many movies. And next he is dancing with Sridevi with his leg on her. What do you feel after that? What is this thing going on here? Does your faith get shaken or no? He's shaking. This all thing is natak. Pura natak chal raha hai. Hai ki nahi? There is this Nagarjuna, this fellow. He played Annamaya, Ramadas, and after that he is dancing, I don't want to say what nonsense he does. What happens to your God consciousness when you see people like this in society? Or media is using such people. And what about Prabhas? If there is a Prabhas fan, I'm sorry. Huh? One movie is coming as Ramachandra, another movie is doing Ramachandra. Right? What happens? It gets shaken up. Your spirituality becomes very fluid. Same thing happens with gurus also. So-called guru who comes, goes around with women, scams come out that he is gone around. What will happen to your faith? That is why Pramana. I actually stopped that in between. Pramana is 3 things. Guru, Shastra, Sadhu. Anything that you hear, it should be in Shastra. Anything that you hear should be approved by the Parampara. Not by one single Guru. By entire Parampara. There are 4 Paramparas. I will get into that later. And Sadhu. Your own Guru and Sadhu from other Parampara. 3 people should approve. Then only it is true. You believe that. Otherwise, get up from there and go. Even though Prasadam is very good, even though people are very good, even though you are being treated nicely, you are being cheated. I'm sorry. Get up and go. Get up and go. Because you are going to get ripped apart. You will be cheated. Somebody is looking at your money or somebody is looking at taking advantage of your role or your materialistic situation. Something is there. Nobody is pure unless he takes shelter of the pure. Unless you take shelter of Krishna, unless you take shelter of Vishnu, unless you take shelter of Lord Shiva, they are pure. They are the purest. You go close to them, you become pure. You are like iron, they are like magnet. If iron remains long time with magnet, what happens? The qualities of magnet comes into the iron. Right? There has to be a connection. Without connection, we will not get the purity. So what is the thing that you will validate wherever you go and hear? whether it is YouTube or anywhere? Guru, Shastra, Sadhu. Sadhu means Sadhu in a parampara. He should approve that. Like for example, if I am telling something, whom will you go and ask? Many of you may not know where to go and ask. But you can go to, say, Chinnajir Swami. How many know Chinnajir Swami? Yeah, you can go and ask him. This Prabhuji told this from Bhagavad Gita. Is that true? And if he says no, what he told is wrong, then you can come and tell me, sir, he is in Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya. He is also a great Acharya. What you are telling is rejected by him. Can you explain me the problem? 99.99% there won't be a problem. 0.01% because of rasa, tattva, some slight understandings will be different, but the conclusion is same. You understanding? It's very important, Prabhu. What syllabus are you following? Don't get cheated by, some Shanti, some Manti. No need. Go to the scriptures. And you don't write your own scripture. Scripture is already there. And you'll understand that next week topic, don't miss. If you miss next week topic, that's like the foundation stone that you'll miss. If your cousin is getting married, ask him to get married next week. But don't miss, because scriptures. Prabhuji asked a question, why should I believe in scripture? That is what is going to be answered next week. And we'll challenge it and answer. Right? But challenge with humility. Not challenge with, insult or anything. So this is the reason why we are like this. I'll send you this presentation. Right? Now here is science and religion. Science and religion. There is the first picture. I know you can't see this. The first picture, there are 3 pictures here. 1, 2, 3. First picture, a child is limping. Science also is limping. Religion also is limping. Second picture, religion, they are praying. Science is keeping a leg. Artificial leg they are keeping. Third picture, he is still limping under religion. Under science, he is walking. So what is great? Science or God? This is how we are being propagated. This is how science is making as an atheist. Prabhuji, we are not against science. Because of science only I got this mic. Because of science only this is getting recorded. Right? But science should lead you to religion. Science should lead you to understanding God. Science should not be used to reject God. Science is a medium to understand God. Right? We'll quote on that. Why I told that statement. Actually, I normally do this on slides because we are doing it outside. I can't keep a slide here. Now, so-called role models. कौन है आजकल के role model? Shahrukh Khan. क्या बोल रहा है वो? I feel very strongly about souls who are misguiding people in the name of religion. These are the kind of role models we have. Role model means who? The person who is in your heart all the time. Who is there in your heart right now? Who comes to your mind when you go to YouTube? किसका वीडियो देखते हैं आप लोग? He is your God. That is the problem. Some nonsense fellow, you are used to seeing him and he becomes your God. God doesn't mean, God is somebody who is in your heart. Who is in your heart? Is Krishna in your heart? How many times you go to YouTube and say, I want to see Krishna lecture or Krishna dance or Krishna kirtan? What you browse in YouTube is where you have kept your faith. As simple as that. Right? Now these are the people you browse, right? What is that? Angelina Jolie. क्या बोलती है? There doesn't need to be a God for me. Wow. किसको हम लोग किसका movie देख रहे थे? Tomb Raider, whatever nonsense. What kind of person are we following? He's saying there is something in people that's spiritual, that's God-like. I don't feel doing things just because people say things. But I also don't really know if it's better to just not believe in anything either. I don't believe in God. इसका movie देखना जरूरत है क्या? He might say, but Prabhuji, movie is movie. Her belief is her belief. Really? Does it work like that? You get influenced by habits of others. Yad yad acharati shreshtas tat tat evataro jana. Sayat pranamam kurte lokastadana vartate. Bhagavad Gita, 3rd chapter, 21st sloka, Krishna is telling, whatever you do, whatever great people do, common people follow. If you keep seeing nonsense, one day you will also do nonsense. You will also do nonsense. If you are in between smokers, one day you will start smoking. If you are in between drunkards, one day you will become drunkard. You will become drunkard. One of my friends, she used to stay in Jubilees, right? I mean, I'm not categorizing Jubilees, but she told 99% of her friends are divorced. I told her, you better get out of that place. Because all of them are millionaires, करोड़पति, अरबपति, and 99% में divorce नहीं है. Husband is having another affair, wife is another. Both have agreed. You can have your own, I'll have my own. Let's not disturb each other. This is my Banjaral society. Right? I told her, get out of there. She said, Lakshman, my material name is Lakshman. Lakshman, that's okay. You know, me and my husband, we understand. I said, you are associating with people in these clubs and it will affect you. You know what? She's divorced today. It will come. Don't think your association will not touch you. Don't think, I am so solid. No solid. No solid. When butter comes in front of fire, it will melt. There is no discussion. I can tell you how great you are looking at your 5 friends who are with you all the time. Just looking at your 5 friends, I'll tell you what you are. Right? We are what we associate with. इसका हमको संघ जीवी बोलते हैं ना, संघ के जीवन किस संघ में रहोगे वही क्वालिटीज निकलेंगे. If you come to this association, I told you in the first session, what did you tell? You will change. You attend these 12 sessions, you will be a different person. Don't come and complain why I am a different person. It will happen. Information brings transformation. Knowledge brings transformation. Raju Kaju याद है ना? थोड़ा याद है ना? Yes. So there are many people like that. You know, what is that? I don't know. Kamal Hassan, apna great hero. What is that fellow telling? People ask me, is yours an atheistic principle? Boldly I reply, no, atheism is my tool. Humanitarianism is my principle. Kya humanitarianism? Without God, humanitarianism. That is another jargon to make you atheist. Right? Source of everything is somebody, but you want to declare yourself. There are many things like that. Knowledge about God is brainwashing. When I started, doing same class in my home avatar, I was to live there. Many people, why do you want to brainwash? I want to brainwash because your brain is dirty. What do you think? Right? Point is, today spirituality is being rejected to be discussed also. You can't discuss with your friends also. You will know how many people are really your friends. Just in a matter of another 3-4 weeks, you'll know. Go discuss what you're learning here, then you'll know who is your friend. I'm not challenging, I'm telling you the fact. Your friends today are friends because of your habits. That's all. You change your habit, your friends will be gone. मेरा जान जिगरी मेरा ये सब उड़ेगा, पूरा जिगर भी उड़ेगा, जान भी उड़ेगा. I studied in 12 schools. I might have had 2,000 friends. Not a single fellow is available now. But now I have 5,000 friends who are actually devotees, who are my well-wishers. Right? Who will remain forever because our connection is eternal. It doesn't matter what I studied, what caste I belong to, how much knowledge I have. They love me because we both love God. Simple. This will last forever, no matter where we are. But our friends are all habit driven. Go talk to them, na. आप लोग कोई हॉस्टल में रहते हो ना, आज का सेशन जाके बात करो. They'll tell, hey, अभी नहीं रहे, बाद में बात करेंगे. क्यों? मेरे को अच्छा लग रहा है, बात करना है. Friends को तो क्या? Whatever you like, you share, right? Then you'll know what they actually like in you. They either like your money or they like your habits. That's the world today. That's the world today. So when you change your habits good, you'll also get good people in life. That also I'm telling you. Don't think you will be, oh my God, मेरा क्या होगा? बहुत अच्छा होगा. अब अच्छा होगा. जो अब तक नहीं हुआ, अब अच्छा होगा. Huh? And so many humanities. I'll send you this. Hug an atheist. ये बड़ा कैंपेन चलते रहता है बाहर के देशों में. Bhagavad Gita, so many Bhagavad Gitas. Iska Gita, uska Gita, iska Gita, re. This joker also wrote a Gita, if you can see his face. Nityananda, uska bhi Gita hai. Can you want to read Nityananda Gita? Hare Krishna. So what do people generally talk about God when they talk about God? If you ask, what is God? Okay. Normally people will tell, God is love. Anything else? God is light. God is truth. और क्या बोलते हैं? God is nature, God is power, right? God is everywhere, God is pure, God is nothing. एक ऐसा भी एक बंदा है, वो दाढ़ी पहन के साड़ी पहन के आता हो. There is like God is nothing. Then why did you make that statue? Because nothing is existing in everything. And people say, क्या deep answer बोला रे? क्या deep answer बोला रे? बाप रे. Right? You ask him a question, does God exist? You know what he'll tell? God is there in the belief that belongs to the background in which you are sitting, which can be present in your altitude of the aptitude that you carry when you come to Him. कोई तो बोलो अच्छा डीप आंसर बोला बोलो ना हाँ मैं एक सिंपल आंसर बोलेगा भगवद गीता 9.11 अहम सर्वस्व प्रभो मता सर्वम प्रवर्तते इति मत्वा पूजन्ते मां बुधा भाव समन्विता I am the creator of the material and spiritual worlds and everybody comes to me surrenders to me and finds happiness. I am quoting a shloka. I am telling God exists. नहीं उसका सारी अच्छा है क्या पहना ठीक है. I'm not ridiculing anybody, but you should know what's going on outside. Huh? Now the problem is God great? Come on, everybody tell the answer. Is God great? Yes. Is God great? Yes. Is God great? Yes. कोई लोग yes नहीं बोल रहा यार बोलो ना. आखिरी बार पूछ रहे. Is God great? Yes. How great is God? We don't know. That is the problem. ये problem. How great is God? We don't know. That is where people cheat you. That is where people cheat you. Something small happens. How this gets deviating, you'll start touching my feet. Arey, Bhagwan aa gaya. Ravan could also do that. Ravan could fly in the air also. Do you know that? Ravan's son Indrajit could go everywhere. आज इंद्रजीत आएगा उसका तो क्या बने? इंद्र बाबा. उसको भगवान बना देंगे. These are all siddhis. Becoming smaller than smallest, becoming bigger than bigger. Becoming this and that. They're all siddhis. They can be achieved by anybody. They can be achieved by anybody. It's just a matter of doing sadhana. You can get all those things. Hanumanji. What is he singing? What is Tulsidas singing in Hanuman Chalisa? Ashta siddhi navadini ke dhata. Dina Janaki Mata. Mata मेरे को नहीं चाहिए सिद्धि है पागल सिद्धि है पूरे मेरे को डाइवर्शन नहीं चाहिए. I want your lotus feet. I want to serve you. I want Ramji's seva. That is more important than the siddhis. Just because you have siddhi, don't declare anybody as God. The problem is we don't know how great is God. That is why we are concluding somebody, Falana Dimka is God. You understanding? First of all, you should know God is great, that we are all agreeing. Thanks that you have taken birth in Bharatvarsh, that you are agreeing that God is great. Next step also you should know how great is God. When you know how great is God, then nobody can cheat you. Because nobody can do what God can do. Isn't it? Nobody can do. Fear of God. Hare Krishna. People believe in God and they say fear of unknown. Maybe is there. शायद है कहीं पे. Or fear of society and family. Arey, I am born in a Brahmin family, you know. So I better keep this tilak. Or better keep this, you know. Yeah. You know? Does it make me God conscious? By the way, why do we keep this tilak? Why do we keep this tilak? Huh? Vibration? Part of? Template. No, but template में क्यों है? Why is it there? Your forehead is where your Agnya chakra is there. Your decision making happens from here. There's science behind it. Chakras in body. You can go and learn. And here, the most influencing thing is kept. The most influencing thing. Right? And it shows first thing on your face the moment you go in front of somebody. So you want to keep something that's the most attractive, that's something that represents you. You keep it here. Right? In this part of the body. Right? And this is nothing but the feet of God. ये क्या है? Feet of God. भगवान का चरण. और ये क्या है? Leaf of Tulasi. Why? Because without permission of a devotee, how can I approach God? Tulasi is the most dear devotee of Vishnu. Let me keep Tulasi on my nose. Because nose is a factor of ego also. मेरा नाक देखा? ऐसे देखो. ऐसे देखो. देखते हैं ना आईने में रोज सुबह ऐसे 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 क्या देखते हैं वही नाक है ठीक है नहीं लेकिन उस पर तुलसी लगा दिया एंड यहाँ पे तिलक लगा दिया डिक्लेयरिंग टू द वर्ल्ड आई एम अ सर्वेंट ऑफ गॉड एंड हिज फीट इज ऑन माय हेड and his feet is on my head. I don't have any hesitation. I go like this to my office. I go like this to my conferences. I go like this anywhere. This is what I am. Not to show, but to say. This is what I am. When I wear this and go, people are also like, unnecessarily, they'll not come and propose me things which are not generally needed. Because, this fellow is, ये गया गुजरा इसको छोड़ो. है कि नहीं? I'm declaring it very simply for my own safety. I'm declaring. And by the way, I also get to meet nice devotees because of this. When I wear this and go suddenly, hey Prabhuji, Hare, I don't know him. Hare, you wore tilak. So many times I met in so many places because I'm wearing tilak. है कि नहीं? अच्छा होता है, गलत नहीं होता है. ऐसा अब तक नहीं हुआ. तिलक मारा, पकड़ो, मारो उसको. ऐसा अब तक नहीं हुआ. अब तक नहीं हुआ. है कि नहीं? तो अच्छा है. Wear tilak, and for every reason, Why did they garland me? Because I'm a great, क्या? लीला बाबा? मेरे को नामकरण हो गया आज. Why did they garland me? Anybody? Because I'm great. बोलो ना. प्रभु जी आप great हो. चलो जोश बोलो. प्रभु जी बोलो. आप great हो. Modern लीला बाबा. Why did I accept this garland? I'm sitting in Vyasa and that's okay. This garland, before coming to me, the garland is offered to the God. This throat doesn't have the ability to speak. This mind doesn't have the intelligence to express. This intelligence doesn't have the intellect to make you understand. But when this garland comes and falls on this donkey's head, it can speak. I get a blessing. So, garland should never be given directly to anybody. From God, the garland should go to the sadhu. Remember this always. Anybody comes to your house, never give direct garland. And a sadhu will also reject. He said, no, why are you giving garland? What kind of garland is this? Politicians will take direct garland. They won't come. Chodo usko side mein. Sadhu will never take a garland directly because sadhu only takes prasad. He takes what is offered to God, including garland. Now, do you tell me, do I need a garland or no? ये तो demand कर रहा है भी. नहीं. We need a garland. And why did I garland that Prabhuji? Because he's doing seva. And it's not me garlanding. I'm passing the garland of God, the same blessing to somebody else. So when a sadhu, this also I'm telling you, when a sadhu gives you a garland, never reject it. When a sadhu gives you a garland, never reject it. Why? Because it's Mahaprasad. ये यहाँ से प्रसाद. But when a devotee gives it, it becomes Mahaprasad. Simple. Right? But remember this one thing. A lot of people think, hey, garland डाल रहा है, ये देखो, एक नया गुरु बन गया. हाँ, गुरु तो बनना है. सभी गुरु हैं यहाँ पे बैठे हुए. Everybody is a guru. But then we want to become a servant guru. Servant who is representing his guru. यहाँ पूरा परंपरा है. देखो ये कौन है? There is 5 different, pictures here. And there is Vrindavan 6 Goswamis here. Rupa, Sanatan, Raghunatha Bhatta, Shiva Goswami, Venkata Bhatta Goswami. They're all here. Right? There is a reason why they're. That's astonishing. Right? I'll send these slides to you. Please go through them. I'll take it later because time is running. So Big Bang Theory is also there. I've also given some proofs of Big Bang Theory in that. I'll send you the slides. Please go through them. Right? So many points are there where we can easily prove that God exists. Isaac Newton, right? He created a solar system model. In his house, he created a solar system model. His all friends came. They saw a solar system model. And they told, "Hey, what a model you created." He said, "No, I didn't create this model. I slept in the night, morning I saw the model is ready." Then he said, "What are you speaking? It's so nicely created. Sun is there, there is an orbit, everything is moving around it. So a nice model you created." He said, "No, I didn't create it. In the night I slept, it came." He said, "No, you are joking." He said, "You are joking." Isaac Newton was not atheist. He said, "You are joking. How can this whole universe function the way it is functioning and you tell that there is no God? And I have created a small model and you are telling that the model cannot be created by itself." Right? You should have the sense to see. There is a beetle. There is a beetle in Africa. Wherever that beetle is there, bats are dying. Bats, Gabiral. They are going around hitting the wall and dying. Bats don't have eyes. Do you know that? They don't have eyes. So, but they don't eat each other. They are going, wherever that beetle is going, they are dying. They found out, scientists found out that this beetle is producing some rays. Beetle means what? Chota sa kida. It is producing some rays which are objecting the rays of the bats. And they are getting confused and now they have taken that beetle into US Army. They are doing some research on that, how to use this technology to intercept the signals of enemies. Now you must be thinking, who created all this? There is clear intelligence behind everything. When the eagle is coming down, there are 3 eyelids for an eagle. You know that? We only have 1 eyelid like this. There are 3 eyelids for an eagle. According to its speed, it removes one eyelid because it comes down at a pace of 200 kilometers to pick up its prey. Right? Did it all happen by evolution? One day it decided, okay, another eyelid. I say, okay, yeah. Or is there a design behind it? So many things are there. If you really see the creation properly, there are so many examples of how we are made to believe that there is no God, but God is there everywhere. Right? There are so many theories. Laws, law of vibration, law of relativity, law of cause and effect, law of polar. If there is no law, where will the science start from? Law of pendulum, you know that, right? You leave it here, it goes there, it comes back. Law of gravity, it is there. How does the science start? It assumes that these laws exist. If you don't assume that the law exists, how can you start writing any theory? It is completely based on laws of God, but they reject God. कुछ भी नहीं, ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है? One fellow was eating apple, then he saw another apple, it fell down. If I would have been there, I would have eaten that also. But that fellow asked a question, hey, wait a second. Why did this apple fall down? Why did it go up? He created law of gravity. Right? And he wrote a number on that. The law of gravity number is this much. Now, if you don't write that number, you'll not get full marks. Right? Science takes you to a point. One fellow told, the smallest object is atom. He got a Nobel Prize. He died. Another fellow came and told, smaller than that is Newton. He got another prize. Another that proton. And he got kitna Nobel Prize chal raha hai? What is the smallest? How will you tell? Science is changing. You are avoiding each other. But why don't you see what is there in the Vedas? So much technology, so many things are there. What is our universe called? Brahmanda. Anda matlab kya? Egg. It's round. Brahmanda. Where is it written? Next lecture actually. Don't miss this. I'm going to give you so many proofs from our lectures, from our scriptures. You'll be amazed. There is one religion they are following. Even now they are saying earth is flat. Because their minds are flat. Kya kare? That's called blind belief. So, Prabhu, why don't the people believe in God? Or why don't they believe that God is a person? Especially in Sanatana Dharma, God is a person. Why don't they believe? Because they think that if you make him person, he becomes limited. If he is impersonal, he is unlimited. I'll ask you a simple question. This pillar is there, that I'm sitting, this pillar is there. Is it limited or unlimited? It's limited, right? There is a length to it, there is a breadth to it, there is a weight to it. I'll keep an atom bomb inside this, I'll blast it. It'll get reduced to small ash. Now, is that ash limited or unlimited? Limited. Limited. Just because it doesn't have form doesn't mean that it's unlimited. Are you getting it? It's our mind thinking process that is a problem. It's like frog in a well philosophy. To understand God, you have to go beyond your intellect. You can't understand God or understand the existence of God with your limited intellect. You have to go beyond it. See, one frog is there, Uncle Frog. He was sitting in his well. You know that story, old story, very, very famous, right? Simple words. This is my well, this is my bread, this is water, everything. One frog from the ocean came and fell into that well. Now he has a partner. He's like, hey, you also came, huh? The ocean frog is telling, hey, it is so small. He said, what do you mean small? It's so big. They say, no, it is very small. No, it is so big. So it's nice. Then that fellow told, do you know how big is the ocean? Then what will the frog in the well tell? I know, maximum 2 times this. Maximum 2 times this. Or maximum 10 times this. How will you make a frog in a well understand how big is the ocean? How will you? You can't. You try. You can't. In the same way, a person who doesn't have the faith or the inquisitiveness to learn about God cannot be proved that God exists. You have to go beyond. You have to go beyond. A lot of things are beyond your human perception, right? There are so many laws. Are there so many laws in the universe? There's so many laws are there. Law of relativity, law of this. So there has to be a lawmaker, right? Without a lawmaker, how come these laws are there? If there is traffic laws. If traffic laws are not there, what will happen? Chaos will happen. So much universe is functioning. Is there no lawmaker? In the evening, if you come here, 200 mosquitoes will go on your head. Have you seen that anytime? Bunch of mosquitoes going around. How many times you have seen 2 mosquitoes beating each other? Beach mein gir gaye. Have you seen anything? 200 mosquitoes are going around. Not a single mosquito hits another mosquito. There has to be a law. There has to be a design. There has to be. Otherwise, it's not possible. Can you make 200 jet plane pilots to go around like that? Never in their life they'll do. Even though we are so talented. Only God can do something like that. Huh? Clearly, we can see that, my hairstyle was always not like this. Mine was also black hair only. Right? It is becoming grey. After some time, it will go. After some time, I'll become old. After some time, I'll die. And I can clearly see that how a young boy like him is going to become old one day. How is this happening? By fluke it is happening. Is there no energy behind it? Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita, Dehi nosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yavvanam jara tata dehantaras praptir dhiras tatranam uyati. Second chapter, 13th shloka is telling that Dehi nosmin yatha dehe kaumaram, small child, yavvanam, youth, jara, old age. Your body is changing. Hey Arjuna, just like your body, you're changing your body, in the same way, when you die, you will change another body by taking another body. And a sober person is not bewildered. Dhiras tatranam uyati. Dhira means a person who is intelligent. He will not be bewildered to understand this. Right? There is very clear explanation. We are seeing God's activities in front of our eyes, but we are not able to see. Because we don't have the faith. And scientists there are also some very good scientists. I'll send you this presentation. They have written thesis to prove that it is impossible to prove that there is no God. After you go to a point, it is impossible to prove that there is no God. God has to be there. Huh? Albert Einstein, Nicholas Sparks, everybody is saying science only goes so far, then comes God. One great scientist told, where science ends, God starts. At one point, you don't have an explanation after that. You have to accept that there is something beyond this. There is no choice. Even Albert Einstein said, the more I study science, the more I believe in God. Albert Einstein is saying. It's impossible to say that God doesn't exist. So, does God have a definition, Prabhuji? Quickly I'll tell. But what is a dangerous definition that people have today? What is the definition of God? According to me, that is the definition. According to me is the biggest problem today. You get the definition straight, na? If there is a God, there has to be a definition. Definition means what? That which describes God. And Vedas are very clearly, Veda Vyas, Parasara Muni is explaining what is the definition of God. God is the source of everything. Please repeat me. Source of everything.
Source of everything.
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 Not this, not that, not this. Everything. God is not Indian God. God is not African God. Huh? He is everything. Sarva Karana Karanam. Please repeat after me. Ishvara, Paramah Krishna, Satchitananda Vigraha, Anadir, Adir, Govinda, Sarva Karana Karanam. Sarva Karana Karanam. He is the cause of all causes. There is nothing that doesn't come from him. No, that does come without him. He has to be there. Now you tell me, the personality that you are declaring as God, is he God? Is he a source of everything? No. I created him. Or he just came few 100 years back, or 200 years back, or 500 years back. No. God is there every time, at all times. And he is the supreme controller also. Who controls your house? Huh? Husband is supposed to control the house. And wife helps him in controlling the house. But who is controlling the house now? Bacha. Controlling the house. Complete menace. You don't even have control on your own house. Who is the control of this country? I think it is Prime Minister. Right? We don't know. But Krishna or God is the control of everything. How can you say somebody is control of everything when he actually has control of everything? Then only you should declare somebody is God. If somebody says is God, Bhaiya, can you control your hair fall? One fellow, he told, I am God, मैं भगवान, उसका नाम भगवान prefix लगा है. वो खुद मर गया इसी में. His hair became grey. He was dyeing his hair. What kind of God are you? You can't even stop your hair from graying? Huh? समझ रहे हैं ना? There is one God sitting near Chennai. वो कल्कि भगवान. वो पत्नी को बिठाता है भाई, अम्मा भगवान. दोनों मिला के आशीर्वाद देते. Right? कहीं पागल जाके उसको 1 lakh, 2 lakh दे के आते हैं. He actually claims I am God. That fellow will be gone in another 5 years. मर जाएगा वो. What challenge are you giving in front of God? You should know. Don't fall for some Phalana Dimka as God. That is what is happening today. There should be a proof in the scriptures. There is symptoms, there is time, there is a whole explanation. Avatar kab aate hain, kaun aata hai. Pura explanation hai. Aisa nahi you should believe in anything. So second is, he should be the controller. Third is, he should be the proprietor of everything. He's the owner of everything. Right? Is there anything that you can say doesn't belong to God? Like your house. Are you the owner of this house? No. Tomorrow if government says this land was illegally given to you, your house is gone. Huh? So many people built their houses, government road came. They told we have to expand the road. Gaya ghar, khatam. Can you go and argue with the government? No, my house is here. No, sir, road is going. Outer ring road is going. You have to move. Nikalna padega. So what is yours? But God is a proprietor of everything. Everything. There is nothing in the universe. Even your body doesn't belong to you. Do you think your body belongs to you? Yesterday that Prabhuji left. Body doesn't belong to you. He just left. Body is gone. And the fourth thing is God is the enjoyer. God is the enjoyer. What is the first one? Huh? God is the controller. God is the proprietor. First thing bol gaye. Source of everything. He is the source of everything. He is the proprietor of everything. He is the controller of everything. And finally, he is the enjoyer of everything. Bhokta Ram Yajna Tapasam Sarva Loka Maheshwaram. He is saying in Bhagavad Gita, I am the enjoyer of everything. Only he can say that. Nobody else can say that. Can you enjoy everything? Can anyone go and eat the entire thing here? Mar jayega, abhi mar jayega. Hai ki nahi? You can only eat this much. But God can eat everything. If he wants, he can eat everything. And if he wants, he can live without eating also. He is everything. Then only you can claim such statements. Remember that. Problem is we just go into conclusion. Yeah? Enjoyer of everything. I'll tell you one simple thing. Long time ago, Gokul Chat. People know Gokul Chat? In Koti? If you don't know, don't need to go, but I'm just telling you. In my college days, I used to go there. One night we watched a second show movie. We went because we were hungry. That shop closed at 10:30, 11. We went to Gokul Chat. There, people are working day and night, to make this pani puri, gachipuri, kapchap, pura bana rahe, bhej rahe. One fellow came at 11:30. I'm talking about 1994 or something. 11:30 came in a Maruti van. He stopped his Maruti van. Itna mota aadmi aise aa gaya. And he took all the money that was made throughout the day. He put it into the van and he left. Who is he? Proprietor. He is a proprietor. Only he can enjoy. No matter how much you work there, proprietor will only enjoy. In the same way, this God, this whole universe belongs to him. He is the only enjoyer. We are here to serve him in his enjoyment. And we'll also enjoy. When you serve God, you will enjoy more than God. How is that possible? If I serve God, I can enjoy more than God. How is it possible? I'll tell you a simple example. How many know Kumaramangalam Birla? Heard of his name? How many know Birla has how many guest houses in how many places? Hundreds of guest houses? Hundreds of guest houses are there? Yeah? Now, in those guest houses, how many times Birla goes? Every year he visits all the guest houses? No. How are the guest houses? Amazing guest houses. Great big couch, big TV, big AC, this, that, everything. Whenever Birla comes, it should be like perfect. है कि नहीं? So in 365 days, if Birla is only going one day to the guest house, who is enjoying it for the last 364 days? Caretaker in the guest house. है कि नहीं? Same way, Krishna creates his universe. He doesn't come to enjoy. He gives it for our enjoyment because we have a desire to enjoy this place. But when you become his servant, when you become his, when you start using this universe in a way that he has given, that is what is called as global warming or living with nature. You'll actually enjoy this place also. You can enjoy this material world also. At the same time, you can serve God and you can go back to God. That's a big topic, but we'll not get there. So, what is the definition of God? Source of everything? Creator of everything? Proprietor of everything? Enjoyer of everything. Only if these things match, then you have to tell that somebody is God. And does God exist? Of course he exists. There are so many laws around me. It's very evident. I'll tell one final one. One fellow, he didn't believe in God. So he was going around on a nice walk, long walk. He felt thirsty. Then he went and saw watermelon. There was watermelon garden. Watermelon was growing. He opened that watermelon. My thirst is nicely taken care. Now I'm getting some sleep. Right? But before that he was thinking, what kind of God is he? If there is a God, what kind of God is he? That such a big watermelon he created, such a small plant he created for that. Okay, design may flaw, na? Right? The plant can't even hold the watermelon. What kind of a plant is that? Pura bakwas God, not scientific only. If I am God, I will create a big tree and big watermelons. He thought. Then he went under a small, under a big tree. He was sleeping there. One small nut fell from the top on his head. Right? Then he was like, "Arey baap re, if this was a watermelon tree." Right? So with your rationale, you can't judge God's creation. With your frog in a well mentality, you can't understand God's creation. I'll ask you one question. Why is the water salty in the oceans? God doesn't have brain, na? If you would have created sweet water in the ocean, सब कुछ ठीक हो जाता था. इतना water crisis की जरूरत ही नहीं है. हाँ? 3/4 of the planet is water. Just make normal sweet water. हो गया. Why did he create salt water? Now, चलो. आप लोग आंसर बोलो, आज का सेशन हो गया. Why did he create salt water in ocean? दिमाग नहीं भगवान को. This is my claim. What is your claim? बोलो. भूख लग रहा है, खत्म होगा. If you don't tell the answer, I'll not allow.
Science behind it, why it is called.
No, but God doesn't know science. Huh? He can nicely create. If you are God, won't you create sweet water? Why he created salt water?
One thing that I think is that God has created everything for us that is sufficient for us. But our desire is like much more than that. And even if you have created the sweet water, you would have consumed that also.
Arey baap re. You will consume that also.
You would have excessive use.
So Mata is saying God has created for everyone's need. Even God cannot create for everyone's greed. Even one person's greed. Again, yeah, that's one answer. But I want science. मैं scientific आदमी हूँ माता जी. ऐसे मेरे को religion मत बताओ यहाँ पे. God is. मेरे को science answer चाहिए. क्यों पानी नमकीन है?
I think ये fictional story है, but एक बुक में मैंने पहले पढ़ा था कि एक salt sailor था, उसकी ship drown हो गई.
अरे बाप रे, देखो. कौन सा बुक था? ये ब्रिटिश एजुकेशन है. बच्चों को सिखा रहे, एक salt का ship जा रहा था, और ship गिर गया, पूरा ocean salt हो गया. अरे बाप रे. Believe करते हैं. Don't think that people don't believe this. होगा उसका भी एक. Salt बाबा. Why is the water in ocean salty? If there is a God, it should not be salty. One final I'll take, I'll tell the answer.
It's because when it rains.
When it rains?
When it rains across the earth, because earth carries salt particles and it washes away the salt goes.
So salt particles are going from earth into the ocean when the rivers are going.
Yeah,
that's why it is salty.
Yeah, I think there's a reason.
Yeah, good. Some थोड़ा लॉजिक है इसमें. रोजी आप कुछ बोले? Scientific का diabetes ना. अरे बाप रे. Yeah.
ताकि fishes ना मरे उनको food.
ताकि fishes ना मरे उनको food चाहिए. ट्राई कर रहा है लड़का, इसके उम्र में ये कुछ नहीं आता था. Simple, eh? See the science. Now science is understood. Now you tell me, does God exist or not? After this answer, if you want to preserve water, you have to put salt in it. Otherwise, water will become contaminated. If you want to preserve water for a long period of time, there has to be salt in it. And now you might be thinking, why is he preserving water? Because water has to be passed on to different parts of the world. And you take one bowl of water, 2 bowls of water, same water. You can do this experiment after going home. ठीक है? एक में salt डालो, एक में salt मत डालो. Sun में रखो. Which one will evaporate first? The one with salt. The water with salt will evaporate first. So God is trying to make sure that for evaporation and sending the water to different parts of the world, He is keeping it salty, and He is also preserving the water by making it salty. And next, when it goes to that particular part, it goes in what fashion? वो अपना tanker में नहीं जाता है वो. It's a variety tanker. It's such a tanker that from the in between the tanker, flight also can go. What is the tanker called? Clouds. Can you make a tanker like that? Huh? You can't make the tanker. God only can make a tanker like that. So it is one cloud can flood entire Hyderabad. One cloud. Right? If he wants it, only one cloud will come. Khatam. Right? So water is being taken from the ocean, evaporated because it is salty, and taken through the vapor, and when it falls, there is no salt in it. How amazing is this? There is no salt in it. When the water falls, it's the purest water that falls down. You can directly take and drink. No RO is needed. No, UV is needed. It's already done. When it falls on the ground, it becomes contaminated. Right? But again, it goes into the ground and it gets filtered and stays inside the ground. And when you dig a well, when the sun rays fall on it, it gets the energy and the nutrients that we need when we drink. When you drink water from a borewell, right? See the technology of God and see the technology of Vedas. Simple, an agriculturist in olden days, they would dig wells, big wells. Why? Sun has to touch the water. Otherwise, that water is not good for us. Second, the well is smeared by cow dung everywhere. Only cow dung. Cow's dung is smeared to the walls of the well everywhere. You can't see go now. You need a time machine now. Cows were maintained, cow dung was kept. Why? Tell me why. And wells were not that deep. Maximum well depth was what? 50 feet? Maximum. 60 feet maximum. Itna hi well tha. But well always had water in it. How? Have you thought about it? Look at the technology of God. He gave it that you can fill the well just by keeping cow dung. How can you fill the well by keeping cow dung if there is no groundwater? Very simple. Cow dung attracts all the living entities. It is a favorite food for all the insects. It's the greatest manure on the planet. Save the soil will not happen unless there is cow dung, not buffalo dung, not human dung. Cow dung. What does it do? When you smear the walls of the well with cow dung, the smell of the cow dung goes 4 kilometers away underneath the soil. And there is one insect sitting 4 kilometers away. It gets the smell. It will run and come towards the well. While it comes and runs and comes towards the well, it makes a tunnel, and through the tunnel the water comes into the well. Is it technology? Does God exist? He exists. Appan ko akal nahi hai. What are we doing? Bore dalo, bore dalo, bore dalo, bore dalo. Arey, you maintain cows. You just smear the dung. And you see, I did it in my farm. I have a farm near Moinabar. I maintain cows, right? Just my hobby. I did it. It worked. Half of my bore got revived. I did it in a borewell. There is a whole formula for that. It's a Vedic formula. It works. It works. Does God exist? Agar tumko nahi dekhna hai, it doesn't exist. If you have a heart and a desire to see, he 100% exists. Okay? So I'll end it here. I'm sorry. It's a long session. But most of the sessions take time because I also allow you to question. If I don't allow you to question, I can finish in in the time. But let us go through this, a little austerity, but trust me, it will pay you off. When the 12 sessions are completed, you will have most of your questions answered and you'll be amazed. As I wanted to do a session on Mahamantra, but today I'll only ask everybody to take one bag of mantra, right? And I'll tell you a couple of things, but detailed explanation I'll tell next time, right? Can you please give the bags to everyone, bro? Take the box now. Start giving. I'll need one. So, Prabhuji, as I told, there is a template in religion. There is a science behind chanting the names also, right? Next week I'll explain why we are chanting, why this mantra. You have something like this inside. This 108 beads. This 108 beads. I humbly request you. What I humbly request you is please chant this, because without this you will not understand spiritual knowledge. If you think your intellect and your mind can make you understand, I'm sorry. That's a frog in a well philosophy. God has to bestow you this knowledge when you try to put effort. Okay? See, in college, if you do the homework, will the lecturer be happy or no? Yes or no? He'll be happy. So he's giving you a small homework. Do this, it will help you. One round you can do every day, right? And the procedure is you keep this finger, don't use this finger. This finger is normally used as, something of pointing faults. It's nothing bad, but generally ahankara sits in this finger. So we use this, and there is a acupuncture point here. On this middle finger, there is acupuncture point. When you press this bead using your thumb at that particular point, your concentration also increases. There is a whole science behind everything, right? So please, this is called Krishna bead. We don't chant on this bead. We go from the first beat and we say Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Then go to the next. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Everybody. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. What is the meaning of this mantra? Please give me service. Please give me your mercy so I can understand you. I can serve you. Right? If you don't follow this, what will happen is, after your 12 sessions, you'll not have interest to go forward. Because he is also looking at, are you even trying to follow what is there in the scriptures? I will explain about this next week with proof why this is important in Kali Yuga. Shastric proof. Right? At least 10 shlokas I'll tell where it is mentioned, you should chant. Right? So my humble request, try it. If you've not tried it, try it. Every day chant one round. Can you do that? One round. It takes 10 minutes for you to chant. Every round, do it for the next 7 days. Next Saturday we'll sit here and I will explain about Mahamantra first. Then I'll go into the scripture session. Why to believe in scriptures is the next session. Okay? And this bag is given so you can keep it inside. So that what you're chanting is sacred. You don't want it to touch your feet, or somebody is urinated below. You don't want the beads to go and touch it. So let it remain inside the bag. And there is a small hole here to keep this finger outside. Right? The small hole here. There's a big hole to keep the beads inside, small hole to keep your finger inside, finger outside, and you can do your chanting inside. And when you reach this point, when you chanted one round and you feel like chanting one more, just go reverse again.
Any mantra we can chant.
Hare Krishna mantra you start with. Start with Hare Krishna mantra. And I'll explain about the glories of this mantra and many other mantras like Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Jai Sriman Narayana. They're all mantras only. But Hare Krishna mantra is something special, which I'll explain next week. Prabhuji and Matajis, if you want to do business, why do people do business? To make more money. Employment में कितना आता है? Fixed आता है. Business में कितना आता है? ज़्यादा आता है. To make more money, remember this statement. To make more money, you do business. But how do you start a business? By putting some money. You can't start a business without putting some. Same way, if you don't have faith in chanting, start with some faith. Then it will work. Then you will see the results. Right? So everybody has taken this mala? Yeah? Please, my humble request. It's a template that works. It works for me. It works for many. Works for thousands. Russians, Americans, so many are chanting. Indians, everybody is chanting, because this is a process. This is Yuga Dharma, which I'll explain next week. Okay? So every day you can chant one round. And when to chant? To take bath, you sit in front of the altar, you're anyway doing, spend another 10 minutes, do this mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay? So let's do this next week. Come back and we'll start next session by doing one round together. And I also humbly request everybody, please come on time. 7:45, try to be here. 7:45. So that we start at 8 o'clock. Right? Take some time to settle down and then we can start. Hare Krishna. We'll sing Narshing Arti. It's on the card. Yeah, it's on the card. Do you have the card in front of you? Yeah, you can repeat after me. If somebody doesn't have card, can you give the card? Yeah, just pass on the card here back. And in your home, you can, I'll send the picture of this. You can print and keep in your home. You can learn this Arti. It's called Narasimha Arti. Why are we singing Narasimha Arti? Because Narsimha Dev saved Prahlad, his devotion. So we want to take blessings of Lord Narsimha Dev. He's here also in the altar, Narsimha Dev. That whatever effort we are putting to learn spirituality, it should not go in vain. Okay? And by the way, today is the birthday of Sakshi Mataji. She is not here. She was serving here, last week. Her husband Harshal Prabhu and Sakshi Mataji were serving here. So this week, Prasadam is sponsored by for Sakshi Mataji by her husband Harshal Prabhu. So we'll dedicate this Narshing Arati for them, for their wellness, good health, and good progress in spiritual life. Please repeat after me, not with me. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Hiranyakashi Purvakshah Shilakantanakharare Ito Narsimho Parato Narsimho Yato Yami Tato Narsimho Vaher Narsimho Hridaye Narsimho Narasimha Madhim Sharanam Kapathe Avakara Kamala Bhari Madhuta Shindam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanugunda Keshavadata Narari Rupa Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Avakara Kamala Bhari Adhuta Shindam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanugunda Keshavadata Narari Rupa Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Narasimha Dev Narasimha Dev Narasimha Dev Jaya Narasimha Dev Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jayo Lakshmi Narasimha Jayo Lakshmi Narasimha Lakshmi Narasimha Jayo Lakshmi Narasimha Gurudev, Jai Jai Gurudev. Jai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jai Gaura Hari Bol. भक्त विघ्नाश नरसिंह देव भगवान की, भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, ऑल assembled devotees की, thank you for tolerating my torture की, निताई गौर प्रेमानंद। हरि हरि बोल। So please accept prasadam. I'm sorry it's late. Do you want it to be like? I mean, I'm asking a choice. Let's take a quick quote. You want question answers in between or only at the end? In between is okay. Lift your hand. Only at the end. At the end, I'm getting mixed opinions. Some people are not. Huh? Sorry?
Question is not clear. Voting is not
Okay, voting is not clear. My question is, okay, how many people are okay for this to be an open discussion with questions and answers as we go? Lift your hand. Not in between.
Okay, not in between.
Okay. How many only want the questions at the end of the session? Okay. ठीक है. So let me do it like this. I'm sure you'll get questions that you can't stop. You at least have to tell the question. So I'll ask somebody to make a note of the question. You can tell the question in between, make a note of the question, but I'll not answer in between. So the topic is not diverted. Today we went from Hava to everywhere and then we came back here. Right? So it went in different directions, but we'll make a note of it and we'll answer at the Hare Krishna. Please take Prashant.
As we divided our 12 sessions, can we divide the questions also in these sessions?
Hare Krishna.
Some of them I'm not answering. Some questions I'm not answering.
Back to me. Hare Krishna. You can take the chanting bags and the Bhagavad Gita.
महाप्रसादे गोविंदे नाम ब्राह्मणे वैष्णवे स्वल्प पुण्यवतन राजन विश्वासो न जायते शारीरा विद्या जाल जड़ेन्द्रिय त्राहि काल जीव पहले विशेष सागर तारा मध्य जीवयति लोभ माय सुदुर्मति ताके जीरा करते संसारे कृष्ण बड़दाय माय कोरी वर जीव जय सह प्रसाद अनंतलो पाय श्री नाम तपाओ राधा कृष्ण गुण गाओ प्रेम डाकु चैतन्य निताय जय निमाय जय निताय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिव सादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So the chanting bags are a gift for all of you. We have brought them from Vrindavan, so you can keep them. And if you want to give anything, you can leave, little money there near the Prasadam counter, and that's okay. Otherwise, no need. You just keep them as gifts. And if you don't have Bhagavad Gita, please take a Bhagavad Gita. We have Bhagavad Gitas here. It's 300 rupees per Bhagavad Gita. We got them from the temple. Please take your own copy, not one family, one Bhagavad Gita, one person, one Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna. Yeah, 1 minute. Close this session. Hare Krishna.